yesterday that I won with the Yankees game under. I don't know how that got there. It did. I'm not complaining, just telling you it should have gone over. So lucky there. I think that probably continues here. Again, Cole was great again last night.
Yep.
This is going to be we talk about throwaway seasons. This is going to be a throwaway season for the Yankees the way it seems. Because they're not going to be able to take advantage of the American League.
Well,
if they do,
let's see what happens when Judge comes back.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Pitching's good.
Pitching's amazing.
Yep. Should Sonny Gray be $1.80 against Logan Webb?
Probably not.
2-0 with an ERA under 1 in August. He'd be the second 16-game winner. If they're able to do it, Giants are.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Please stand by for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network on the Live 365 Network and the Live 365 app.
And we welcome you once again to Pavlansky Field here in Poland, Ohio, as Western Reserve Radio, in conjunction with WRQX AM 600, The Patriot, is proud to bring to you the Youngstown Patricians High School football game of the week. And we will kick this one off with an exciting one as the Poland Bulldogs, they get set to host the Salem Quakers. Hello, everyone. Jim Craven with you, along with the coach, Bob Gessler. Dave Ferris back at the Gessler Propane Studio. And I am privileged to be joined tonight by the one and only Will Craven, who will be with us this evening, and then we'll be headed off to the land of the Buckeye tomorrow as he will become one of the Ohio State Buckeyes after graduating in the class of 2026 here in Poland. But tonight, we get ready for what should be a great matchup, second year in a row. These two teams are going to kick off the season. And for the Poland Bulldogs, it will be the first time they're in action since November 14th of last year. And lost to Girard in the OHSAA playoffs. They dropped that one 28-27 in a classic. That being in the Division 5 Region 17 playoffs. They are now moving up into the Division 4 Region 13 area. And last year, Poland scoring just under 38 points a game, giving up just about 14. Coach, biggest thing that every coach in the area is dealing with is, what did I lose last year? How do I replace it? Sometimes week one, more questions than answers.
Yeah, you don't expect these teams to come out and look real sharp. I mean, if they are, then, good job by the coaching staff. But, I mean, they're going to fill each other out. They're going to get nicked up a little bit. But overall, you just got to prepare your team and watch film and remember what they did last year and try to get some film on their scrimmages. But other than that, until you get into this season, it's a little bit tough, but you got to just worry about your team.
Compare the two teams. Salem comes in with 16 seniors, Coach. Poland comes in with 11. Still a significant amount of seniors, more than that in terms of Letterman returning. And Poland gets to win last year, but we've seen improvements from Salem last year. Cletus Monroy, their quarterback, he has gone on to graduate. So there will be questions there as Adrian Jelinek would take over for the Salem Quakers. But last year we saw a vast improvement. Salem makes it into the playoffs, a formidable team later in the season.
Yeah, I went down on the field like I always do pregame, talked to my brother David, and just on the field watching Salem. And they got some real big horses up front. They have got some good size. And what he told me, too, is the quarterback does a nice job, but the running backs are very solid. So Poland just going to have to come out, keep their ground, stay in their lanes, and they're just going to have to fight through that. So it could be a good game, and it's going to be a great test for both teams.
Yeah. So Salem's running back tandem of Brandon Canna and Xander Kinsey will show up tonight, and we'll take a look at them. Brandon Canna, the more experienced one, we saw him last year in Salem, did a fantastic job. On the Poland side, there is the equivalent there in a very highly touted Chase Jones, probably the most experienced player right now on this roster for Poland. Big things are expected out of the running back and defensive back this year. He's going to see more of both sides, and we hope that he has a great season because we're going to see more fireworks from across the street.
Well, we hope so from the Garage Mahal. That'll be great. But I will also say, too, that, with David Zippolita back there, that's going to make a good difference in their offense as well as their defense if he sees some. So David's back at the helm. And as long as he stays healthy, he should be able to guide Poland all the way through.
When you talk about David Zippolita, he's going to be the full-time quarterback here the first 2 years as a freshman and sophomore. He had Vito Camaro there, kind of that guy to lean on when things maybe didn't go right. He had a little bit of a leadership aspect in Vito Camaro, not there now. But for David Zippolita, he's going to be the prime guy now. He's going to be the center of that Poland offense.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You saw glimpses of it your freshman and sophomore year, but I think the big one skill he can work on, and it's going to take this team miles down the road, is if he can trust his receivers and become more dynamic in his decision making. He's got options on the outside like Caleb Scott this year, the young wide receiver, and you got Maddox Purins coming off of that leg injury. He got a D1 offer over the offseason, been at camp, so he has the options. But if he could become a little bit more decisive and dynamic in his decision making, this offense is going to find another level. And I'm sure that's something Coach Pavlansky will look forward to in his third season, coming up there again, having that Vito Camaro effect in front of him. We're going to step aside for our first break. When we come back, our own Mark Means had an opportunity to speak with Poland head coach Tom Pavlansky. We'll hear what he has to say about tonight and the 2026 season. All that and more here on the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special. It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
This message presented by the OHSAA and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Back on the pregame show with Poland head coach Tom Pavlansky. And coach, the offseason is over and we're into another year. How has it been so far for you and your team?
Yeah, hard to believe. Here we are again. So fast. Go so fast. But hey, this year, our guys, we got a nice nucleus around like 20 lettermen that all have some experience from the last couple of years. And, that's always encouraging to build with. But still a lot of young faces that are, learning how to play football at the varsity level, at our level, and but I'm really excited about how hard the kids have been working, and we just know we have a big task on Friday against a very good Salem team.
When you look at your scrimmages, Coach, what have you learned about your team through those couple of games?
The first thing that stands out to me is that, hey, we improved from week 1 to week 2 in terms of scrimmages, and that's what we want to make sure we did. Like I said, we got like 9 new guys out there defensively, and the growth that they showed from the first scrimmage to the second scrimmage was encouraging. And and offensively, we have like 6 new bodies out there again, or 7 new bodies out there that again, from week 1 to week 2, again, it was encouraging, and that's the thing that stands out. Like I said, I like our guys. I like the way they work. I'm encouraged by that. I think there's a bond there as well of the kids. But they understand, hey, we got to get better every single day, and hopefully they know, hey, just make sure we take care of each day to get better, and let's see how good we can be then on a Friday night.
Coach, how much does it help going into a new season knowing you have experience under center at quarterback?
Oh, it's huge. You can't replace it. I mean, you can't replace it, and not all experiences are created equal either. Having David back there, Zablitas back there, from a freshman year, making it to week 14, and sophomore year making it to week 13, and the year that he had last year, I'm not sure that he's gotten all the publicity he deserves, all the recognition he deserves for the season that he had in terms of he only threw 1 interception the whole year, and so his touchdown to interception ratio is 14-1. That's not too shabby, and so minus all the other things he does with his leg, and he's got a firmer grasp of the offense. Knowing that he's back there, it provides a little bit of a comfort level, knowing that, but even more exciting is the off season that he had, and so he's ready to take a next step here as a junior and being a leader of our offense, and so you can't replace that. You can't put a value on that.
Coach, how has the senior class stepped up into that leadership role for this season?
These seniors here, they were in 7th grade when I first got here, and so it's been really fun to watch them grow, watch them develop as football players as well as people and students, and they've taken steps each and every single year. The 2 captains that we have, Grayson Schaefer and Chase Jones, have just done a phenomenal job, in every aspect of our program, whether it be the community service or again in the classroom, in the hallway, here in the locker room, especially on the practice field too. They've been leaders, verbal leaders, vocal leaders, leaders by example, and all 10 seniors have really, we expect them to have their career best year, and they expect to have their career best year. So, we're excited about them.
Coach, you talk about this week's opponent in Salem, and I believe they have experience coming back at quarterback as well. How do you prepare for and look forward to this matchup with the Quakers?
Yeah, they, it's a unique week 1 because I expect Salem to really compete for their league title, and make waves in the playoff. They got like 8 or 9 guys back on defense. They returned like 6 kids on offense, especially their tailback, who's a 3-year starter. They're fast. They're a physical team up front. They do have on the O-line 4 out of 5 guys that are new, but they all seem to be bigger than the ones they had last year. And they move well. And they have an identity. Again, their quarterback has been in the system for the last couple of years. He understands who they are. You can tell he has a firm grasp of the offense. And Coach Johnson, you look at the track record that Coach Johnson has, and that's as impressive as anybody around. They have an identity. They know who they are, and that's scary. So we got to make sure that we're on our P's and Q's, and we dot all our I's, cross all our T's, and to hopefully be in the right position to give ourselves a chance. Because if we don't do that, it's going to be a long night for us.
Finally, Coach, I ask you this every week. What's the key to get a victory and start off the season 1-0?
Yeah, hey, week 1 is like anything else. Hey, we got to make sure we take care of the football. We got to tackle well and execute all our kicks. And that's got to be a constant every week, but especially week 1, because week 1 is so unpredictable. And so we really got to make sure, hey, we take care of the football. Avoid the negative plays, and let's go tackle well, be in position, and let's go tackle well, get to the football, and execute in the kick game, and then hopefully in the 4th quarter it'll be a ball game.
Coach, your time is appreciated as always. Thank you.
No problem, Mark. Anytime.
That is Poland head coach Tom Pavlansky. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll have more of the pregame show up next.
Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley. Everyone loves Friday nights in the Valley, and the Youngstown Patricians are proud to be the title sponsor of the high school football game of the week on the iMedia One Network. From the opening kickoff to the final whistle, you'll get the excitement, the big plays, the touchdowns, and all of the action from some of the Valley's best high school football matchups. And it's all brought to you by the Youngstown Patricians, proud supporters of high school football and the communities that make the Valley special. So turn up your radio or fire up the free iMedia One Network app and get ready for high school football like never before. Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week, only on the iMedia One Network. The Youngstown Patricians, proudly supporting high school football in the Valley. Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Ohio. This message presented by the OHSAA and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Pregame show continues, and the festivities all over Pavlansky Field right now. Everybody excited for week one here as the Poland Bulldogs host the Salem Quakers. Jim Craven with you. Coach Bob Gessler, Will Craven, Dave Ferris, Matt Craven back in the Gessler Propane studio. And over on Western Reserve Radio 2 tonight, it will be the Hudson Explorers making the trip to Austintown to take on the Fitch Falcons. Mark Beans and Dave Clark bringing you all the action from the very beautiful facility over there in Austintown as we get ready for our matchup here as well. Salem has made their way to the field, as well as the Bulldogs. The Salem Quakers in their all whites. The black helmets, red numbers, red detail on the shoulders. The Poland Bulldogs in their home blues, blue jerseys, blue pants, blue helmets with the traditional P logo on the side. Continue to talk about some of the names here as far as Poland goes here that we're going to be looking for tonight. Gavin Seifert, the tight end, middle linebacker, 6'2", 190. He had a great season last year. He will be in leadership role this year. Pete Zumas, who played a lot of tight end last year, listed as a running back this year. He's going to have to fill some holes. And for Nick Natoli, he's going to be the backup quarterback, defensive back, but made his bones a lot on special teams as well.
Oh, for sure. He's one of those special teams players that you only find, every so often. The way he's able to read the field when he gains possession of the ball is, a skill that not a lot of other players in the area have. And the fact that he's able to, contain that and, find his way down the field.
He will affect field position. We're going to step aside for the national anthem. Nation's national anthem brought to you by the Poland Bulldog Marching Band. who we're proud to say we have the former president of President Pro Tem as we hear the fireworks from the north side of the field here.
Oh, he's still going.
From what we affectionately call the Garage Mahal, but the home of Chase Jones here. Very excited there. He's going to wear number 5 tonight. We look forward to a lot of contributions from Chase Jones. But one of the people that we'll mention was Maddox Purins, a sophomore, 6'5", 230, tight end, linebacker, was injured last year, didn't get to see a lot of him, but you saw, Coach, that he was going to be a big piece of that offense. They're going to expect a little more this year. He's got a year under his belt.
Yeah, what I think they're going to use him. They didn't show a lot when he had the scrimmage that I came to, but my opinion is I think they're going to get him involved in the offense. He is a big target. They run him down a seam on a one-on-one or even a fade. They're gonna get some yards out of him. And as far as defensively, he's a truck that's out of control. He stays in his lane. He could disrupt the Salem offense.
Absolutely has an incredible reach there. So you better create distance. He's going to get a hold of you. Some of the key losses here, again, we talked about Vito Camaro, a lot on the special team, setting up the field position. And then one of my favorite players, Pano Zippolita, who has gone on to graduate, David's older brother. And he's gone on to college now, and certainly he'll be missed with the number of tackles he made last year. He was the center of that Poland defense.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, great player. He will be sadly missed, but I'll tell you what, his brother will step in when he can. But I think the defense, mainly this time, is you just got to hit rap, and because these backs are good, it's strong and fast. So their up front's got to stay in their lanes, and their linebackers could come up and fill on the defense side.
Poland 9-3 last year, 5-1 in the conference. Salem finished 7-5 and 3-2 in the conference. Salem fell to Cleveland Glenville last year in the playoff. Poland fell to Girardville in that second classic. Another 1-point loss, but maybe you don't appreciate it now, but in a few years you're going to look back and say, wow, what an amazing football game that was.
I mean, you couldn't have scripted anything better than both of those football games. Yeah, it wasn't pretty being on the short end of it, but as a fan of football, the way those two teams played the game, even though, it got chippy and whatnot, the way both teams played, the pro-style offenses, I saw the IQ, the technique, the hits. I mean, there was players out there that were having games that I didn't expect, like Chase Jones in that playoff game. He had the hot hand that game, and, he left last season on a good note.
Certainly the coaches in a chess match last year, absolutely amazing. For Salem, they have moved to, they were last year.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight,
2 weeks into the season, that second round of the playoffs, they fell last year, 7-5, again 3-2. They are coached by Ron Johnson, who's in his 15th season in Salem, 72-78. Coach Johnson. For their offense, we're going to keep an eye on Brandon Cana. He returns after 1,400 yards last year, 20 touchdowns, and he'll be backed up by Xavier Kinsey. Coach, you talked about the running back combination there. And certainly for Poland, that's going to have to show a lot of discipline here, because I know that Adrian Jelenies is going to want to throw the ball too. But again, it's going to be about discipline on the defensive side.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I was down on the field with those guys. Again, was there just kind of peeking around the corner, and got some good size down there. Their running backs are tall, look strong. They run hard. So this will be very interesting.
For Salem, they will return 8 starters. And according to Coach Johnson, a heavy rotation of about 25 players, and they're looking to wear down opponents with that. They want to go with the quantity there. Sometimes, Coach, and we've seen at different levels, maybe a 3-man front rotate all the time, and really that does start to wear you down. Conditioning is going to become an issue, especially when it's a little warmer in the early season.
Well, that's just for everybody. They just got to accolade to the heat and playing their first game, because they only did a preview, so it was just a half of football. So now the real stuff comes.
Captain's out at midfield as we have the coin toss. And for the first time this year, Poland has won the toss. They will defer. Salem will get the ball to start. Salem will work left to right on your devices. Poland will work right to left. And for the man leading Poland program, head coach Tom Pawlanski, 42-18 in his tenure as head coach of the Poland Bulldogs. 30 wins over the last 3 seasons, Coach, and Poland on a streak of making the playoffs 7 years in a row. high expectations always for a Poland Bulldog team that usually has a very good offseason program.
Well, let's just talk about the Pavlansky family from dad all the way down. I mean, outstanding people, put their time in, very smart coaches, and they prepare their teams, and they do it well. So, again, hats off to them. They're just an outstanding family of coaches. So, again, we shall see, because now all the talking, all the scribbling, all the scrimmages, everything's done. So this kickoff is coming.
Just moments before kickoff here, top of the hour here. We're going to step aside for 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to WRQX AM 600, The Patriot, a Cumulus media station.
WRQX, Salem, Youngstown, Warren. We are AM 600, The Patriot, a Cumulus media station.
Quite fittingly, WRQX on the air with the iMedia One Network tonight out of Salem, Ohio, and we will have the Salem Quakers receiving the ball first. Again, we want to thank you for joining us here on the Youngstown Patricians High School football game of the week. 79 degrees here in Poland, not a cloud in the sky. Sun going to be setting over the west side of the field here as Salvi Karamusa will get ready to kick this one off. The 6'2", 190-pound sophomore. Got some experience last year. Watched him in pregame, coach. 40-yard field goals. Of course, no pressure there. But, again, Poland always with a solid kicker.
Yeah, big kid. Another one. Good, strong legs.
Karamusa back. He'll put a boot into this one. Away the 2026 high school football season. Here on the iMedia One Network. Salem right up the middle, past the 35 to the 36. A flag going to come in. And it is believed that it will be a holding call coming up against Salem. So that will put them back 10 yards after a great start to the game. I want to thank all of our great sponsors, including Repair That Glass, one of my favorite commercials, Village Tavern, of course, Gessler Propane, and John Galbraith and the Youngstown Patricians. Great organization there. Great community organization.
They did well in the playoffs.
No, they'll move the ball back to the 25-yard line. So unlike Coach likes, this will be 1st and 10 and not 1st and 15.
Yeah, that's terrible.
They'll work from the right hash mark here. Jelany's going to go into the shotgun. He's going to have one back up into his right hips. And already we are going to have a false start coming up against Salem. And there it is, Coach. Your 1st and 15 is, for those of you who don't know, maybe some teams you coached had a habit of starting out 1st and 15.
Had a lot. That happened quite a bit. But, you just got to regroup. Tell them settle down. And I understand that. It's first snap. You're in a stadium, in front of your family, in front of fans, and sometimes you just get a little bit jumpy.
Okay, Jelany's now in the shotgun. Twin receivers to each side now. It's 1st and 15 now at the 20-yard line. Quick pass out to the far side. Caught. Contact made at the 23-yard line. However, he'll fight his way to the 25. I believe that's going to be Caleb Scott on the tackle, a 5'10", 170-pound junior. And Baron Exline, the 6', 192, a junior for Salem, makes the reception. That'll get a few yards back, but coach a drive that should have started at the 36. Now at the 26-yard line.
That was a good job by him. He was able to get on it. Here we go.
On these under center this time, he'll pitch just one. Now straight between the guard and tackle. He'll pick up a yard or two on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down. And Salem testing the ground already. A little bit to the outside there, but Poland so far, I think, reacting a little better than we saw him in the scrimmage last year.
Yeah, absolutely. Chase Jones, I tell you what, he whiffed on that. If he had his head up, that would have been a big loss because he had his head down and he got positive yards.
3rd and 8 now. Ball at the Salem 27-yard line. Jelany's in the shotgun. Twin receivers to each side. Poland will adjust. Back to pass. Jelany's 3-step drop. Steps up. Fires over the middle. That one's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pete Zumas. Zumas down the near side. He'll be wrapped up and brought down at the 31-yard line. And Pete Zumas, we talked about him in pregame, coach. Stepping up right over the middle. Picks off Jelany's. And now, for the first time, Poland will get the ball in Salem territory.
Yeah, Jelany's, he just came off his hand flat. He had one high and one low, so he just kind of underthrew and overthrew. So great job, good pick, went up, climbed the ladder, was able to get that. So that's an outstanding job.
Poland will work from the left hash mark, coming out for the first time this year. David Zippolita, the junior quarterback, the well-experienced junior quarterback here, will go to the I formation. Chase Jones is going to be the tailback. Single receiver to each side. They'll go 2 tight ends. This time they'll hand it off. Chase Jones now trying to cut to the outside. He'll spin and turn. Nowhere to go. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, and it'll be second and about 10 for the Bulldogs. Jones really not a whole lot of room there on the right side. Tried to get to the outside, and he'll make it to the other side, to the other hash marks.
Yeah, that was a great job by Kinsley. He was able to come up there. He just kept fighting and strung it out, and he kind of ran a little bit out of real estate, but he had a good hold on him. So absolutely a great job by their defense.
And it looks like Poland is going to take a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600, The Patriot.
Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Poland taking their first time out now, 2nd and 10. 10:06 to go here, first quarter. Zippolita in the shotgun. One back to his right. Single receiver to the near side. He'll hand this one off again up the middle, looking for some room. For some room to run, and may have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage again. So 3rd and 10 now for Salem. Poland trying to capitalize on the turnover, but so far 0 yards offensively on 2 plays.
Yeah, Salem's done a pretty good job, but we look a little bit off on the offense. Timing was off a little bit there. That'll come, but Salem was right there to plug it up.
So 3rd and 10 now, ball at the Salem 32-yard line. Jones into the right of Zippolita. 3 receivers to the left this time. Single receiver to the far side. That'll be Caleb Scott. Zippolita with the clap. He'll plant his feet, steps up in the pocket, has to run 30, 25, and down near the 21-yard line. Twisted and turning. Thought he went down, but he got down. Now they're going to give him the 20-yard line, maybe 21. And that is enough for a Poland first down. And that is one of the attributes you like about David Zippolita. He can plant his feet and go, although slipped on that a little bit on that turf.
Yeah, he did. I'll tell you what. But that was a good thing that he slipped, because if he had had a full head of steam, that could have been off to the races, because it slowed him down that bit, and then the linebackers were able to react to it.
1st and 10 now for Poland to Salem 21-yard line. 8:54 as the clock continues to run. Zippolita in the shotgun. Jones to his left this time, tight formation. He'll give it to Jones. Jones off the right side, room to run up the field, past the 10, inside the 10, down near the 8-yard line. And it's going to be 1st and goal for the Bulldogs with 8:42 to go here, first quarter.
Yeah, the offensive line is doing a really good job for Poland. Salem's getting knocked off the ball, and they're absolutely getting turned up front, and they're getting to them linebackers. So Poland's doing a great job offensively. Defensively, Salem has got to hold their ground.
So they'll mark this actually at the 9-yard line, I formation. Zippolita under center. He's going to stand up and check with the coach and do the check with me offense. Back in there in a 3-point stance. Sure, he's not appreciative of him taking all that time. They're going to give it to Jones. Jones straight up the middle. He'll pick up maybe a couple, 3 yards on that, close to maybe the 5-yard line. See if they'll give him 3 or 4 on the carry. 8:05 to go here in the first quarter. Poland now 2nd and goal.
Yeah, Chase Jones does not go down easy, so you got to wrap him up. The other thing too is when you wrap him up, you got to keep him in front of you, because he twists and turns, and he was able to get forward.
Well, they're not going to give him credit for the forward progress. It'll be at the 7, so 2-yard gain. 2nd and goal from the 7. Poland likes to move quickly. Their huddle only about 4 yards away from the ball. As Zippolita will go back into the shotgun. Jones to his left, twin receivers to each side. He'll send a man in motion from right to left. And it'll be Zippolita taking on the read up to the 5-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and goal now from the 5-yard line. And Poland doesn't want to settle for a field goal, but having a little trouble sometimes to that left side.
Mark it at the 5.
I'll tell you what, Quakers are coming out. They're fighting. I mean, they're making sure that they wrap them up. Good call on the defense to stuff the offensive Poland.
7 minutes to go here, first quarter. Just underway. Poland getting the ball on a Jelanese interception. Twin receivers to the left side now. Natoli will be the outside receiver. And it's going to be Chase Jones at quarterback. Jones going to keep it himself, try to take it upfield, wrapped up in the backfield, nowhere to go. He'll lose a couple of yards on that. He'll knock him back to the 7. And now it's going to be 4th and goal. And Salvi Karamusa will come on for the field goal attempt. They'll mark this at the 8-yard line, so we'll call it a 25-yard field goal.
25 yards.
They sent a whole lot of defense on that, Jim, and that's what that just too many to block.
Brody Gensler going to be the holder for Salvi Karamusa, the right-footed kicker. He'll kick this one from the right hash mark. Snap back. Kick is up, and it is good. 6:05 to go here, first quarter. Poland takes advantage of the turnover. They put up 3 points. They take the lead for the first time this year. 3-0 is your score. We'll step aside for a timeout. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the
Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192.
Now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
25-yard field goal gives Poland a 3-0 lead. 6:05 to go here, first quarter. And Poland capitalizes on that interception, Coach. An extra possession for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, they did a good job. I'd like to have seen them score on that. But the defense for Salem has stepped it up. And you know what? That's a great job by those guys. So Bones got to just do a little bit better job, although I will tell you, that almost looked like a jailbreak on there. And when you have that, you got a whole lot of stuff to block, and they were able to get through.
Just love the term jailbreak, Coach Noble. There's our obligatory mention, Coach Tom Noble.
As always, got to give him credit.
Salvi Karamusa to kick this off again. Salem will get the ball for the second time in this game. 6:05 to go here. Poland working from right to left on the iMedia One Network app. And this one's going to be a little bit shorter as it'll land at the 20-yard line, picked up, and out to the 24-yard line. And a good special teams play is Poland. We'll push them right out of bounds near the 23-yard line. 6:01 to go here, first quarter. Poland with the 3-0 lead.
That was a great kick too, Jimmy. Kicked it right around the 22-yard line. It went up, floated, it hit the ground, and stopped. And he had to pick it up, and they were there for it. So that's a great job on the kick, great job on the coverage.
I'll actually mark this at the 22. They'll start from the far side of the field, near the Poland sideline. Left hash mark for Salem. Jelanese in the shotgun. Kana to his right. We'll have a wing to the right, single receiver to each side. They'll send a man in motion from left to right. Hand off, and he's going to fall down. Turf Monster got him.
I seen that hash mark come up. Pavlinski hit the button.
And that's going to be Baron X-line. And they apparently like to get the ball to X-line. He can do multiple things.
Right.
But that turf, we've seen two players slip like that. We saw David Zippolita go down. He was able to recover. But X-line having the same amount of trouble here is now Owen Davidson will be the senior receiver to the far side now for Salem. They'll go under center. Single back in the backfield. Send a man in motion from right to left. That'll be Golich. Pitch to the right side here, looking for room. Contact made in the backfield. They'll make it out near the 24-yard line, maybe the 23, depending on where they want to spot it.
Right side.
Couple-yard gain for the Salem Quakers. 5:12 to go here, first quarter.
3rd and 7. Poland so far has held here. They haven't gotten very many yards. I was expecting the Salem to maybe gather some yards in the first couple of series, but Poland's defense has really stepped it up. So we'll see what we do here on 3rd and long.
So receiver to the near side. That'll be Owen Davidson again. Jelanese in the shotgun. Kana to his right. 3 receivers to the far side. 3-step drop. Jelanese fires out to the sideline. Caught at the 30-yard line. That's going to make them 1 yard short. 4th down coming up for Salem. And an excellent reaction by Ashton Satterelli, the 6', 165-pound junior.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like he had it and could have gone there. And I really thought that he was going to get there, but great tackle, and offense is still on. They got to watch him pooch.
Yep, 4th and 2 now, they'll call it. Jelanese, the quarterback, looking over the field here. Quick pass out to the far side. It's going to be caught at the 31. It's going to be a turnover on downs. Jelanese led his receiver, who had to dive for it. X-Line got it, but had gone down a yard short. And now it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the Salem 31-yard line. They get great field possession again.
Absolutely. I tell you what, that's brave. He really has. What are we going to do here? We're going to measure.
Okay.
No, I don't. I thought they called for the sticks.
Okay, so both teams will head to the sideline for a moment, and it looked like there was going to be some question, but
I mean, he looked like he was because it should have been.
They're saying
another half yard.
The marker, the yard to gain or line to gain was at the 31. They're putting the ball just a hair short. And the question is, will they measure it? The officials are talking on the far.
Well, they moved.
Yeah, they're going to move the sticks. That's going to be it. So first down.
Yeah, that's first down.
Both teams may be going for a water break here. Want to remind you, coming up tomorrow at 9 a.m., Saturday morning sports page, Pat Lucia, Dave Clark. Chat about everything in the wonderful world of sports. And then tomorrow night, coach the big one, Cleveland Cobras and the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids and the PAFL 2A championship from Ellett High School in Akron. You, me, Dave Ferris. As Zipolita in the shotgun, Jones to his right. Back to pass, rolls out slightly to the far side, under pressure. Fires out to the sideline. We're going to have a flag on the play. And it looks like they're going to call a little bit of a hold against Grayson Schaefer.
It's going to be 2nd and 10.
And that's going to be the first penalty tonight against the Poland Bulldogs.
Yeah, the cap didn't throw it. It was the other one in the back that threw that.
Yep, six-man officiating crew tonight.
That's a good thing, though. I like that.
Well, the centerman back with the referee now. That has been the last couple of seasons, and I guess the more eyes you have, the less you can get away with.
Absolutely.
You have to say that as a player.
That was Mr. Patton who threw that. He's in the back.
So all now marked back at the Salem 41-yard line. 1st and 20 for Poland.
This crew did a good job. They did the JFK. They did an outstanding job. I watched it. They're very good, this group here. Very good.
Watch the 3 receivers to the near side this time. Aiden Perry he'll be the slot. Natoli will move inside. Maddox Purins will be the middleman in the bunch formation. Back to pass. Shoulder fake. Dumped over the middle. It was going to be a screen, and it's going to be dropped incomplete. He had Andrew Babiak right in front of him to lead the way and just couldn't complete the pass.
And
it looked like he tried to kind of sidearm it underneath and couldn't connect.
I think he rushed a little bit. If he'd have just been able to drift back a little bit, pop it over, that would have went places. It looked like he had at least 4 blockers up there with the back, and he had 2 defenders out there. I think he got some yards there. Great call. It's just he's got to learn that when he drifts, just pop it over. You don't have to rifle it in there.
Now, David Zipolita, only about 5'8". I don't know if I could say he's only 5'8", as you know, but he sometimes can maneuver that ball around the defenders as they go back to that 3 receiver formation. And it's going to be Rita, the outside receiver. And Zipolita taking the ball. He's going to be wrapped up in the backfield, nowhere to go. And we'll get a whistle. He didn't go down, but forward progress obviously stopped. And we're going to give Owen Davidson the credit on the tackle for that. 3:22 to go here, first quarter. Poland with a 3-0 lead. That is going to bring up now 3rd down for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and a mile. And I'll tell you what, the Salem's defense done a great job. I mean, they've got to be. I would have to say they're spying David, and he can't get anywhere. So they've got to come up with something else that they're going to have to get a little misdirection or something over to. I'd like to see Purvis just do a little bit of seam action and hit that big, tall body.
3 receivers to the near side again. Single receiver to the far side. Zipolita with Jones to his right. Back to pass. He'll plant his feet. Fire down the sideline. Has a man open. And that's going to be caught at the 11-yard line. Is it going to be good? Indeed, it's a first down for Poland. Zipolita getting it down the sideline, trying to get you a number on that. I believe that's going to be Caleb Scott on the reception for Poland down the Poland sideline.
I mean, great job. He threw that ball right where it had to be, outside and high. He climbed the ladder and got his foot down. Outstanding job.
So 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. Poland moving inside the red zone. Again, working from the right hash mark. Nate Sosnowski will be the fullback in the I formation. Chase Jones, the tailback. He'll hand it off to Jones. Jones tracked down from behind. Brought down by Barron X-line. Chased him down from the backside of the play. Went right down the line, just like you're coached.
Exactly. Nobody touch you. You got to keep shoulders and square right down, and that's exactly what he did. Outstanding defensive play. He just rode that one right down.
So loss of a yard, 2nd and 12 now. Poland can get a first down near the 2-yard line, I believe. Excuse me, the 1-yard line.
Their running game seems to be going backwards. They have got to get it going. That offensive line got to start digging in.
One receiver is now to the near side. Dom DeLomo will be the outside receiver. Single receiver to the far side. It looks like Poland will take their second timeout of the half. 1:35 to go here, first quarter. Poland with a 3-0 lead. Will step aside for a break here on the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Everyone loves Friday nights in the Valley, and the Youngstown Patricians are proud to be the title sponsor of the High School Football Game of the Week on the iMedia One Network. From the opening kickoff to the final whistle, you'll get the excitement, the big plays, the touchdowns, and all of the action from some of the Valley's best high school football matchups. And it's all brought to you by the Youngstown Patricians, proud supporters of high school football and the communities that make the Valley special. So turn up your radio or fire up the free iMedia One Network app and get ready for high school football like never before. Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week, only on the iMedia One Network. The Youngstown Patricians, proudly supporting high school football in the Valley. Now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
2nd and 12. 1:35 to go here, first quarter. Zipolita in the shotgun. Jones to his right. Twin receivers to the near side. DeLomo, the outside receiver. Back to pass. Zipolita looking from in the corner. Man wide open. Caught. Touchdown, Poland. Bulldogs with a 12-yard touchdown pass. Gavin Seifert, the 6', 200-pound tight end. He is a senior, and he puts up the first touchdown of the year for the Poland Bulldogs.
Well, here's what happens, Jim. They rolled him out thinking he was going to run, that Dave was going to run, and all he did was pop back. They snuck him out in the corner, receiver in the corner. They let him go because everybody came up because they thought David Zip was going to run the ball. And wow, that's a great job. And there was nobody within 5 to 7 yards of him.
Seifert on the 12-yard touchdown pass gives Poland currently the 9-0 lead. Salvi Karamusa back for the extra point. Snap is back. Kick is up. And it is good. 1:31 to go here. We'll keep it right here over the moment as Poland takes the 10-0 lead. They've struggled a little bit, coach, on the run game, but seen a better run maybe from David Zipolita, finding receivers down the sideline. It's gotten him out of trouble.
Right. And that's what he's going to have to do. He's got to use his feet to throw. Bait them on the run. They come up. Them DBs go and go. And Rick Quinn's got to be real happy with his grandson kicking 2 extra points. Very strong. We always say hi to Rick. He's over on the other side, and he's always appreciative of us calling his grandson's game. And Rick's a good man. Work with my brother David.
Yes, sir. On the coaching staff here at Poland.
And he's seen my brother for a while. He took a little vacation to Virginia Beach, and so today was the first time I saw him.
Takes a vacation in August. It's football, man. Well, can't do that.
Well, he's helping out. He's not doing as much as he did. He just with work and stuff. He don't want to take away from the kids, and I agree with that. So he said he's going to come get the practices and help out. They appreciate that. He's very knowledgeable.
Every staff should have a Gessler.
Sometimes that happens.
So far for Poland, 2 drives for a total of 66 yards. 3 first downs for him here. They get on the board with a 25-yard field goal by Salvi Karamusa and a 12-yard touchdown pass from Zippolita.
So far,
Seifert.
2 for 2 in the red zone as well.
Certainly, I can't complain about that so far, as Karamusa will send this one down to the 5-yard line. Salem will return this one out to the 15-20 and be upended near the 25-yard line.
He's on the return. It's out across the 25.
Jacob Nentz was the first one to hit him and get him down. So good job by that young man. He's a junior.
Making his bones on special teams, as a lot of coaches like to see done. And again, we saw some things at the scrimmage we were a little bit concerned about, but those scrimmages are learning processes.
Yeah.
You know, you do a lot of work right there, but today seems like they've worked out a lot. It's a lot smoother.
Yeah, and you plugging people in and out and stuff. You don't know about injuries that they presume these starters are going to have, so that happens.
3 backs in the backfield now. It'll be the quarterback, tailback, and 1 back to the right of Adrian Jelani. He'll send a man in motion left to right. Hand this one straight up the middle, out to the 30 and down near the 32-yard line. Brandon Cana
Jones up, stop.
on the run for Salem, I believe that was.
Chase Jones and a little company up there. He read it and filled the hole and got him by the ankles, and the rest of his brothers in blue took him down.
Certainly a lot of beef to stop there. The fullback, the tailback, and the man in motion.
And then,
As Jelanies will send that man in motion again from left to right. They'll hand it off on the jet motion up past the 35, down to the 39-yard line. And that is a first down for the Salem Quakers here. 50 seconds left here, first quarter. Poland with a 10-0 lead.
well, they ran a receiver or slot coming towards us, and then what they did is that they back blocked on this side and pulled the center. They look like the center, or excuse me, the guard and tackle on that. Let them up.
So back to the I formation, over wing to the left, single receiver to the far side. Jelanies handing off to the tailback. That'll be Cana. He'll be wrapped up in the backfield. Gavin Seifert on the tackle. And Seifert so far having a game there in the first quarter. As he might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. I'm not going to say he actually gained maybe about a half a yard.
Yeah, when he spun him a little bit, but we have somebody down.
Gained about a half yard.
Here's we start to try to find some scores from around the valley. Over on Western Reserve Radio 2 with Mark Means and Dave Clark. The Austintown Fish Falcons, they take a 3-0 lead in the first quarter. Interesting game, Coach, that I think a lot of the Valley's watching tonight. The Youngstown Defenders at the Boardman Spartans. Youngstown not starting out with a soft schedule there.
There's some brutal schedules out there. Them, Fitch, they're now Division I, so they got a tough schedule. And there's some tough. Ursuline, they got a horrible schedule this year for them. And again, I don't want to say rebuilding, but they lost some players. They were off a year.
And that schedule will make you playoff ready.
You ain't a kidding.
Shotgun formation for Jelanies. Cana to his right. 3 receivers to his left. As the officials will call for the clock to begin. Single receiver to the near side. That'll be Davidson. Jelanies, 3-step drop, looking out to his right. Pump fake. Down the sideline. Has a man open. Tipped away. What a beautiful play. And a great reaction by Dom DeLomo, the junior. DeLomo just smacking that away.
And I tell you what, Sattarelli was right there too, but they just high-load him, and that was a great job. Tipped it up, and outstanding job.
3rd and 9. 5 seconds left here in this first period. 3 receivers to the far side. Chase Golich will be the outside receiver. Single receiver to the near side. That'll be Davidson. Cana to the right of Jelanies in the shotgun. Looking out to the left. Back to path. Fires out. Caught at the 45-yard line. Brought down immediately by the senior, Chase Jones. That won't be Chase. He's got his jersey up under his shoulder pad, so it's a little hard to see him. That will be Chase Jones. And that will bring us to the end of the first quarter here in Poland after 1. The Bulldogs take a 10-0 lead. We'll step aside for a timeout. We're listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week, Week 1 here in Ohio. We're back on the other side.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
We'll flip sides of the field. A fresh 12 minutes up on the board. Second quarter action here. Salem with the ball. 4th and 5. And they're going to go for it here. Jelenies will have one running back to each side. They'll trip back now. As now Cana will be the quarterback. Cana going to punt this one away. And no returner back for Poland. It'll take a Salem bounce past the 15. And will drift down near the 10-yard line. And that's where it will be down. Poland will start off with their toughest field position of the night. And as I am told, and has been pointed out to me, the first time the ball has been on the other side of the 50-yard line.
There you go. Absolutely.
So 11:49 to go here, second quarter. Poland 10, Salem nothing. Salem got on the board by way of a 25-yard Salvi Karamusa field goal, followed by a 12-yard touchdown pass from David Zippolita to Gavin Seifert.
Poland, as long as Poland mixes it up a bit, they'll be fine. They're depending on David to throw the ball, but those as soon as he starts going left or right, I'll tell you, the D-backs are screaming up there, and that's not smart. They got to stay with their men. Here we go.
Carson Rita, Caleb Scott, the twin receivers to the right, I formation for Salem. Jones, the tailback. Let's try the left side. He'll try to follow Walt Hurdley through the line. Won't pick up much on that. May have lost a yard on the play. Bring up second down now for Poland.
I didn't get the number, Jim, but there was a linebacker on this side. They didn't block him. I mean, you've got to pick them linebackers coming up through there. And they just, whoever it was, either whiffed or just missed the block completely. And that play wasn't going anywhere. That was a free run to the running back.
Yep, Xavier Kinsey, the middle linebacker there, the 5'11", 191-pound senior, also a running back. Three receivers to the right. Maddox Purins will be the inside receiver. Zippolita plants, fires, caught by Maddox Purins, and he'll work his way out near the 17-yard line. And that was a play we saw in that scrimmage, Coach, where he just kind of follows down the field, finds a soft spot, and waits.
Just sits. Absolutely. And that's what I said. That's what they got to use him. But here's what I'm going to say. You keep baiting him and baiting him and baiting him. So when he sits, give him a pump and then release him, because that safety's going to come flying up there.
3rd and 3 now for Salem. 10:34 to go here, second quarter. 10-0 your score. Poland with the lead. Maddox Purins now going to be the outside receiver in the three-receiver formation to the right. Zippolita in the shotgun. Back to pass. Shoulder fake, stepping up in the pocket, had a little bit of room to run. He'll dance, twist, and turn, and maybe make his way down to the 19-yard line, possibly a pickup of 2. And the clock will continue to run here. 10:10 to go. Actually, I believe they're going to give him the 19-yard line. So could this be the first 4th down of the night for Poland?
Going to mark the 19-yard line.
Indeed, it will be. And for the first time tonight, we will see the Bulldog punt team come on. Now, interesting, David Zippolita will be the punter. Only 3 players on the line, 1 in the backfield, 3 receivers, kind of gunners on each side. Interesting to keep an eye on. 4th down here, Zippolita, kind of with a rugby-style kick. We'll put this one right to the Salem returner at the 48-yard line. Blake Bison essentially caught a pass.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Great coverage by the Poland Bulldog punt team.
But here's the thing. You had one guy on the defense with 3 guys bunched to this side. They walked the guy halfway down. If they would have just released him, he could have probably thrown it to one of them, because you had 2 on 3.
And certainly, I believe that's probably the read that Coach Pavlansky wants. and maybe make it an option for the quarterback. But
wow,
you're up 10-0 second quarter. Maybe not the time to show it.
Well, you give me that.
Coach Gussler might.
I would do that. Let me tell you.
Jelany's in the shotgun, one running back to each side. Quick pass out to the near side, complete at the 47-yard line, inside the 40, down to the 37-yard line. And a big pickup for Baron Exline, the junior.
That really almost done.
Well, the defense got to adjust to that, Jim, because they had doubles over here, and the safety's playing way off. I mean, way off.
So Jelany's came out of the game.
43.5 seconds.
They'll go into the stack formation. Baron Exline will be the quarterback now. He'll give it to the last man in the stack. That'll be Kana. He'll get past 34 down near the 31. That's going to be a first down for Salem. 8:48 to go here, second quarter. Poland with the 10-0 lead.
I love that stack die. You know what? If you got some horses back there, all you got to do is just sustain a block for a second because you got a whole lot of body coming through there. Here we go again.
Back to the stack formation. He'll go right to the line. Give it to the third man in the stack. That'll be Kana. Kana going to run over a couple of Bulldogs. He'll go down. Brought him down at the 25-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 2 now for Salem. And maybe they've seen something. They're going to make that adjustment.
I'm just going to power it right down. If they don't step up and these linebackers don't fill, I'm staying in the eye. And they are. They're just going to power out of them now.
X-line under center. Third man in the stack again, Kana. He'll be hit after about a 3-yard gain, and it'll be enough for a Salem first down near the 20-yard line. 8:09 to go here, second quarter. And Salem now just playing power ball.
That's all they're doing. Heck, I'm going to stay in it until they don't, but you're going to have to be able to watch because he might boot that out and roll right or run a dump to the tight ends releasing.
Or watch Davidson out to the far side with Caleb Scott. Third man in the stack again. That'll be Kana. Dodging and weaving down to the 15-yard line. 2nd and 4 for Salem, and they have found some rhythm here on the offense.
Well, I'm watching that offensive line on that right side, and they are just clearing house. There ain't nobody there, so they put some beef up on that right side, and that's exactly what between that center guard and tackle. They're huge.
Kinsey, the front man in there. This time, X-line taking it himself upfield and work his way down near the 10, close to a first down. And it looks like they will give it to him. 7:20 to go here, second quarter. Salem on the drive.
Just outside the 10-yard line.
This one starting at the 46-yard line.
It's just power football. And I'll tell you what, I was waiting for somebody, like I said, he faked that, ran 3 guys up, and then he booted around. Booted around him, and then that was 14 follow.
Back to the stack. He'll give it to the front man.
Fumble.
Kinsey, ball's on the ground. And it looks like Salem's going to cover this one up. May have even gained a yard out of it. Down to the 9-yard line. So 2nd and 9 now. They can still get a first down at the 1-yard line.
What do we got? 1, 2,
and 6. So Kinsey will come out. Jelany's will head back to the field.
Okay, what was
down to the 9-yard line?
So Kinsey, after the fumble, will go to the sideline.
2nd and 9.
He'll check with head coach Ron Johnson on the sideline.
What was the flag?
It was the beanbag.
Oh, that was beanbag. I'm sorry.
Yeah, now they're orange and orange. And
yeah,
yellow.
you kind of.
Sometimes they get us.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's my bad.
So Chase Gallo, handoff here on the jet sweep, right to left. Salem inside the 5 and down near the 1. That could give them a first and goal. Run by Baron X-line. And that's X-line again on that end around. And they like to get the ball to him in different ways.
Well, I'll tell you right now, he's a pretty big body. I saw him down in pregame, man. These running backs are decent size.
6 foot, 192.
I'd have taken that in high school.
Junior. As they'll go I formation, Jelany's with Kana at the tailback position. They'll give it to Kana, and he'll work his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Salem. 5:36 to go here, second quarter. Salem cuts it to a 10-6 Poland lead.
So I was trying to get a number. Somebody come flying through there, and he whiffed. I'm not sure who that was. I was trying to get a number on that.
Kana on the 2-yard touchdown run. Cuts the Poland lead pending the extra point. Hunter Markham on for the conversion. He'll kick this one up, and it is good. 5:35 left here, second quarter. Poland still with the 10-7 lead. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You're listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
5:35 to go here. Second quarter. Poland with the 10-7 lead. Salem gets into the end zone on a 2-yard run by Cana. So far, the Salem offense now 21 plays for 80 yards. Poland 16 plays for 75 yards. That drive, 9 plays, 45 yards.
1 pass and 8 runs in that power I formation all the way down the
Going
field.
to that stack there, and that's a lot to stop there, and Salem may have found something in that.
Yeah, they beefed that right side up. Like I said, they looked like they flopped somebody over, and they really beefed up the right side. And Poland didn't shift over or slide a linebacker. They're going to have to do that. If they give them that look, and they don't have anybody outside, they're just going to get run over every time. They're getting outmanned and outbeefed.
Local scores from around the area. Fitch over on Western Reserve Radio 2 has a 3-0 lead over Hudson. Cardinal Mooney with a 7-0 lead over Lake Catholic. Carrollton with a 7-0 lead over East Liverpool. Girard, they've jumped out already to a 20-0 lead over Coventry. Lakeview with a 7-6 lead over Springfield. Minerva trailing United 7-0. Notre Dame Cathedral Latin with a 14-0 lead over Struthers. This one fielded at the 18-yard line, brought out past the 20, out near the 24-yard line. Turned by Ashton Sattarelli, the junior. Poland will head back to offense. And for Poland, they're going to get that extra possession, Coach, because they're going to get it in the third quarter coming out of the break.
Well, they've got to go down there and keep a drive alive and get down there and get some points if possible. They get their hands off of keep the hands out of that offense.
You asked earlier, and it said Ursuline was going to be an interesting team. They now trail St. Francis de Sales 7-0 down in the Columbus area.
That's not bad because you know how DeSales is every year. They're a powerhouse.
South Range with a 14-0 lead up in the Cleveland area over Padua Franciscan.
It's a D3 score right there.
Anything? Here we go.
Zippolita in the shotgun. Twin receivers to his right. Single receiver to the far side. Chase Jones will take it. He'll try to work his way forward. Out to the 25-yard line. Pick up a 1. 2nd and 9 now for the Bulldogs as we approach the 5-minute mark here in the second quarter.
Anything on Youngstown, Jim?
Right now, there is not showing an updated score. That game being played in Boardman and the debut of the Youngstown Defenders.
Yep.
KPN's game of the week this week.
Yeah, certainly a lot to cover there. A lot of excitement.
Yeah, when you combine two schools like that, there and hopefully the kids are really getting it. And Seth Armstrong does it great. I'll tell you, I talked to him at the scrimmage at Ursuline, and he's very confident in his staff and himself.
Zippolita in the shotgun. Jones to his right. He'll roll out to the near side. Fires downfield. Has a man open. It's going to go right through the fingers of Brody Gensler. And I know Gensler's going to want to have that one back.
Oh, wow. I tell you what. Outstanding throw and run just off his fingertips.
Updated score over on Western Reserve Radio 2. Thank you, Dave Ferris. The Hudson Explorers take a 10-3 lead over the Fitch Falcons.
Wow. I know Hudson's always been a decent team, but I really thought Fitch was going to come out and just steamroll teams. But
3rd and 9 now for Poland at the Bulldog 25-yard line. We're getting whistles here. And they want to restart the play clock, I believe. Nice feature here at, well, we have 25 seconds on one play clock, had 24 on the other. All right, so let's match it up. That's always good. So again, Zippolita in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the right. That'll include Maddox Purins. Back to pass, stepping up in the pocket, under pressure. Runs out to the far side. He'll tuck it and run 30, 32-yard line. He'll be knocked out of bounds. And Poland has to get to the 34 for a first down. So a pickup of 7.
Across the 30, the 32.
4th and 2. What's
So
he going to do?
will Poland be as brave as Salem has been and take a shot at this? And it looks like, well, again, David Zippolita, the quarterback, also stood in as the punter on their first punt of the night.
Yeah, so this will be curious to see what they do. We're trip formation. Now they walk the guy out. Here we go.
Okay, so 3 receivers to each side, 3 linemen, and 1 protector in the backfield. That'll be Cooper Ankeles. Good snap. And a kick. A nice kick by Zippolita. It'll hit the 30-yard line, and it'll take a sideways roll. Stop near the 28-yard line. And that'll flip sides of the field for the Bulldogs. Salem will have it 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. I think our announcer, Thomas John, said 27. So we'll see where they're going to put it.
Yeah, you got 421, and they went right down the field in that stack. So you're going to have to be very careful. If they come out and muscle this, that's plenty of time to drive the field, 70-plus yards. So,
well, the question is, you have to stop the stack formation. How do you adjust to that without giving up anything in your secondary?
well, first of all, you're going to have to have a linebacker that's got to come up on that side because you got to bounce out more. Now you got a 4-man front here, so we'll see what they do.
4:21 to go here in the half. Poland with a 10-7 lead. Jelany's in the shotgun. Twin receivers to his left. He'll plant his feet, fired. Caught by X-line out to the 28-yard line. May have gotten back near the line of scrimmage. Maybe a half a yard gain. Hard to tell on that. Baron X-line again with the ball. That's a young man. They just like to get the ball in his hands in open space and see what he can do.
Absolutely. Looks like they got a little bit of John out there. Just don't make a mistake, either team. Don't cost yourself. Yeah, don't cost yourself 15 yards because words can't hurt you.
Jelany's back in the shotgun. Twin receivers to each side. Stacked formation on the far side. Kano with the handoff. He'll make it out to the 30, 32-yard line. Pick up a 4 on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 5 now for the Salem Quakers.
Across the 30 to the 30.
And so far, the names we talked about in pregame have been the ones that have really stepped up.
Yep.
And filled those roles.
It's on the stop.
Trying to get a number. That was Grayson Schaefer doing a great job fighting this person. Put his defender off. 3rd and 5.
3 receivers out to the far side. Single receiver to the near side. That'll be Owen Davidson. He'll be one-on-one with Santarelli. And we're going to have a false start coming up against Salem. That'll push them back. It'll be 3rd and 10 now for the Quakers.
Yeah, their left tackle did a little bit of jump there, and that's how it goes. Stockman, Holt Stockman. You can't stand up during the cadence as a lineman.
Take the ball back to the 27.
Salem 3 penalties for 20 yards so far in the first half.
That is kind of what has hurt them on those drives initially to start, but they've gone back to the spread formation. Single receiver to the far side, on the wing to the right. Single receiver to the near side, then that'll be Davidson again. Back to pass is Jelany's looking upfield, under pressure, being chased down. Dito was right there. He'll throw this one into the sideline and caught by one of the young players on the Bulldog sideline. And then the clock will stop at 2:51 to go here in the second quarter. Poland with a 10-7 lead.
They had a receiver out wide on both corners, and I'll tell you what, and it was single coverage. So he wanted to try to hit one of those guys in a 9 or a stick, and it just didn't work out because the pressure was on him. So Poland should have good field position there, and let's hope we can get out there with some points.
Pistol formation. Actually, it'll be Kana going back there. He'll punt this one away. High end over end kick. Fair catch called for at the 42. And Santarelli will be content to take the ball there. 2:45 to go here, second quarter. Poland with a 10-7 lead. Bulldogs back on offense.
There we go. They got to get something going here offensively, though. They've got to do a better job of blocking some of these guys. And they're big up front, and they bring it. They do a great job.
Updated scores from around the area. Springfield now taking a 13-7 lead over Lakeview. Niles with a 6-0 lead over Howland. Niles with the lead in the second quarter. Canton McKinley with a 7-0 lead over Warren Harding. And Beaver Local leads Crestview 7-0. So Zippolita in the shotgun. Jones again to his left. He'll roll it out to the far side, tuck it, try to find a lane. He's got some room to run. He'll bring it out near the 47-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 5. Second and 5 now for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, good job. They're not keeping them there. They're getting them sprinting out, and then linemen are starting to get to their outside and get them turned. So it's a good job there. That's what he needs to do. We need to keep getting these yards. You got plenty of time. 2:22 going.
All marked at the 47. Just over 2 minutes to play here, first half. Poland 10, Salem 7. Now work from the left hash mark. Salem working left to right on your devices. Polita in the shotgun, heavy to the left side here. He'll tuck it, try to find room. Kinsey going to get him in the backfield, and then he'll get some help. And Zippolita trying to get away, but he'll finally be brought down near the 44-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 3. 3rd and 8 now coming up for Salem as Brandon Kena will make his way to the field defensively for Salem.
Kinsey is unbelievable. He has disrupted their offense so many times. He reacts, does a great job, big kid, and he's getting in there. They have got to get a body on him.
And Poland's kind of hit a roadblock here in the offensive flow of things. They're trying to find their footing again.
So Zippolita will set up right around his own 39-yard line. 3 receivers to his right. 3rd and 8. They'll have to get to the 48-yard line on the Salem side of the field. Zippolita back to pass. Fires over the middle. This one's going to be tipped and incomplete. Pass was intended for Brody Gensler, the junior. And that's going to bring up 4th down for Salem. And see if we'll, at some point, see what the intention of that punt formation is. They'll have 3 sets of receivers, right. 2 sets of 3 on each side, 3 linemen, 1 protector. And it'll be interesting to see what is lying in there.
Yeah, really. I'll tell you what, that ball doesn't get tipped. He was wide open, too.
Salem receiver setting up right around his own 30-yard line. He'll back up near the 25.
Excellent deep.
Punt by Zippolita. It's going to be a high one. Fair catch called for it to 23. Ball dropped at the 25 and covered up by the Salem returner. Trying to get the number off that, but
19 yards.
That ball was up there for a while. I believe that was going to be X-line out there, but that ball hung up there for a long time.
Yeah, that's a great job. I'll tell you what, I shout out to Kinsley, 44. He's all over the field. I'll tell you what, I like this kid. I like how he plays. He reminds me of old school linebackers. I'll tell you what, he sees a hole. He's taking it.
Xavier Kinsey, the 5'11", 191-pound senior for the Quakers. 1st and 10 now for Salem at their own 19-yard line. They'll work from the right hash mark. Right to left on your devices. You're listening on WRQX AM 600 or the iMedia One Network app. They'll give it to Kena. Kena singing and dancing out near the 25-yard line. Pickup of 6. 2nd and 4 now for Salem.
Yeah, good job. He was trying to cut back, and the defense was there.
Initially seemed like he had some room to work to that left side, but kind of closed down on him.
Jerseys are pulled up, so they give you a number.
So I formation for Salem. He'll give it to Kena this time off the right side. He'll have some room to run. And he's going to be upended near the 40-yard line. Pick up a 15 and a 1st down for Salem. 27 seconds left here in the first half. Poland trying to hold on until they can get the ball back in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, they got to do something. They're timeout.
Once again, want to thank our second quarter.
Want to thank and welcome new athletic director here at Poland, Nick Blanche. Thanks for having us back here in 2026. Athletic Director Brian Banfield retiring this year. Built a very nice program here in the Poland area. Yep. Also, while we have an opportunity, I want to thank head coach Tom Pavlansky for playing along with us every week, having this conversation with Mark Means. We'd love to hear what he has to say. Always gives us great insight. Of course, we want to thank Bill Kelly, Charlie Conley, and all the crew over at Cumulus for sharing their airwaves with us. Ben Slagle making everything happen. Him and Dave Ferris get together and formulate kind of plan, and
that's like getting the beakers going, and they're bubbling and they're mixing stuff.
There's warning signs on the door when you go in.
Mask only.
I'm telling you, you got to glove up, wear the biosuits. You just never know.
You never know what Mr. Ferris is cooking up.
As Salem will head back with the single receiver to each side. Chase Golich will be the receiver on the far side. Jelanese with Kena to his right. Back to pass. Looking out to his left. Fires. Ball's tipped. And somehow caught at the 40-yard line, and they may have gained some yards out to the 44 after a tipped ball.
That's
was that a lineman?
That's a lineman.
Second.
Is it?
So, yeah, that was, I believe after the tip ball, it would be Lucas Mayhew. 5'10", 215-pound sophomore. He now has a reception in this game.
And about 3 yards, too.
We're going to call it a reception. It's a tip ball, but he's a lineman, and we want to make him feel good.
Yeah, it's all right.
That's every lineman's dream. Because every lineman, coach, is a fullback.
How about Salem after that completion? 70% in the pass game so far tonight.
Certainly trying to get the ball out to their playmakers. Salem now leading in first downs, 5-3. Started out with Poland moving the ball. Salem found some answers with that stack formation. It's kind of gotten away with it here later in the second quarter. 12 seconds to play here, first half. Poland with a 10-7 lead. But the Bulldogs trying to hold on until they can get that ball back in the third quarter.
That came up first down was the first one since that Salem touchdown drive in this game.
Poland defense. Actually, both defenses playing well. Here's Jelany's in his shotgun. Kane to his right. Back to pass. Fires out to the near side. Caught. Hook and lateral. And knocked out of bounds near the 47-yard line. Ended up in the hands of X-Line off the pitch of Owen Davidson. Pulling out all the tricks here, Coach, with 5 seconds to go.
You ain't kidding.
And with 5 seconds to go here, first and 10, ball at the Poland 48-yard line.
Max Purins is just taking a pounding because they're cutting him. They're flipping him up in the air. They know better with him. They just got to try to keep him out of there.
So Jelany's now, and it looks like Salem will take a timeout. We'll keep it right here as we take a look at some scores from around the area. Garfield Heights with a 7-0 lead over Canfield. Portland Mooney still leads Lake Catholic 13-0. Springfield taking the lead over Lakeview 13-7. West Branch and St. Clairsville, no update there.
Nico's there capturing and sharing the
Notre Dame Cathedral Latin with a 14-0 lead over Struthers. That game at Laddie Fedor Field in Struthers. Western Reserve with a 7-0 lead over Whetstone. Newton Falls taking a 19-0 lead over Wellsville. Ursuline trails St. Francis de Sales 14-0. Not an easy trip to start out for the Ursuline Irish.
No, that's the brutal schedule.
Mineral Ridge with a 7-0 lead over Pie Valley. Columbiana leads Lowville 6-0. Niles still with a 6-0 lead over Howland. You kind of just cheer for Niles. They've had a rough couple of years. Champion leads Akron North 6-0. Jelany's in the shotgun. Kane in the backfield with him back to pass. Rolls on the near side. 3 blue jerseys chasing out. Ball's loose and will roll into the Salem sideline. And that will bring us to the end of the second quarter here in Poland. We get to the half. Poland will take a 10-7 lead into the break. They will get the ball in the third quarter. We will step aside for a timeout. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back after this.
Everyone loves Friday nights in the Valley, and the Youngstown Patricians are proud to be the title sponsor of the High School Football Game of the Week on the iMedia One Network. From the opening kickoff to the final whistle, you'll get the excitement, the big plays, the touchdowns, and all of the action from some of the Valley's best high school football matchups. And it's all brought to you by the Youngstown Patricians, proud supporters of high school football and the communities that make the Valley special. So turn up your radio or fire up the free iMedia One Network app and get ready for high school football like never before. Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week, only on the iMedia One Network. The Youngstown Patricians, proudly supporting high school football in the Valley.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Attention high school sports fans. Are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Ohio needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the OHSAA, are the 339,000 high school sports students in Ohio. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, soccer, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, administrators, and officials. We stand for the swimmers, football players, and wrestlers. We stand for the golfers, softball, and volleyball players. We stand as the national leader and advocate for high school athletics and all who participate in them and make them possible. Because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Halftime here at Pavlansky Field in Poland. Week 1 of the Ohio high school football season and week 1 of the second year of the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week. Again, want to thank the Patricians, President of the Board John Galbraith, and crew over there for sponsoring high school football in the Valley. 10-7 is your score. Poland with the lead, and it would start out in the first quarter. 6:05 to go. Salvi Karamusa hit a 25-yard field goal to make it 3-0. That after an interception by Pete Zumas on the first drive of the game by Salem. And then with 1:31 left in the first quarter, it would be David Zippolita hitting Gavin Seifert on a 12-yard touchdown pass. After the Karamusa conversion, 10-0 would be your score. But Salem would get onto the score sheet. Second quarter, 5:35 to go. A 2-yard run by Brandon Cana. Makes it 10-7. Still in favor of the Poland Bulldogs. Coach, we talked about that stack formation, thought they found something, but got away with it in the next, or got away from it, in the next drive.
Yeah, but again, coaches want to see their offense go on a close game like this. I mean, I've always been one of those ones that I don't want to beat it up, but if they can't stop the stacked eye, I'm going to stay into it and run the, as I called it, 14 follow quarterback. After banging it off tackle and dive, I would, I'd tell my quarterback, run follow. So he'd boot it back out around and follow 3 blockers, and they did. And they were getting chunks of yards. So I, as a coach, I'm going to look at that and get back and see how successful I am.
Yeah, you see the advantage that Salem has, and they're very physical. That stack being led in the front by Kinsey, who defensively plays linebacker. He almost plays the up back like he does linebacker.
Oh, he's all over the place. But you got some horses on that line, though. Those are some big people, and and that makes a difference. Poland's got some big guys, but not like them. And these guys are pretty young. So, I talked to my brother Dave about it. I mean, you see 62 Fredit. 323 pounds. You got, 296, 285, 265. That's some big people.
I'm not buying them lunch, by the way.
and sophomore, junior. So they're going to be good up front for the next few years. So, and they're obviously the running backs do a great job. Now, again, on the other hand, Poland has done good by lassoing them. The only thing that hurt them was the stack, and that kind of got them.
High expectations for Salem in the next couple of years. Statistically, though, a very good game, Will. What do you got?
So far after the rough start from Salem, with the 2 turnovers, the 1 turnover on downs and the interception, they're averaging about 3.8 yards a play. They've had 6 drives. They're 8 for 11 in the pass game. Something you don't see from many teams in the Youngstown area in high school football is a good air attack. And Salem's done a great job on these little comeback routes on the outside, especially with that 1 hook and ladder near the end of the half. They're completing 72% of their passes. And after that touchdown from Poland, they've kind of fallen flat here. Only 3 first downs on 5 drives. David, 50% in the completion game, but both teams in the red zone efficiently combined for 3 for 3 on their red zone trips, and only 4 penalties combined so far in the first half. Kind of a clean game there, Coach. When you talk about 4 penalties in week 1, that tells me both teams well coached.
Yeah, absolutely. Usually at this time, you get penalty after penalty. So absolutely outstanding job as far as that end of that. Poland's just got to have to come out there and get their offense together and get it done and do what they got to do. Defensively, again, other than the stacked eye, Salem really, they moved the ball a little bit, but then they shot themselves in the foot. You mentioned something about you haven't seen a passing game like that in this area for a long time. Oh, there's a gentleman out there that will tell you, yeah, but when I was down in Springfield, I threw the ball quite well, and that was Bo Brungard.
He seems to have done okay.
Yeah, he's all right. I mean, average at best. And I just ran into his dad at the Briar Hill Festival and said we're proud of him. And, he's got a great family. I know we talk about, especially me, Bo, a lot. But, Mark is a great guy. Being able to coach against him when he was here at Poland, and I was at Dalvoni in the junior high. It was a lot of fun, but Bo's just what a great man. Again, I tell the story. Came to us. He was signaling in his first year, and I mouthed to him, "Are you going to get a shot?" And he winked at me and smiled, and I said, "That's done." He'll be the quarterback eventually.
And he might throw in a little Walter Payton Award there too. No big deal.
Yeah, that ain't
very humble. Mark and Terry doing a great job, and we've always joked that their first son played for Grove City, was a center.
Yep.
And we thought that was a great plan. My first son shall be a center, and he will protect our second son. So great years over there at Springfield. Coach, updated score in Austintown: the Hudson Explorers 17, the Fitch Falcons 3. Hudson going on the road, and
that's a big shock because they said they're looking at Fitch as being a real powerhouse. Anything on Youngstown? Do we got anything on the score with Boardman? Because they talked about that was going to be the game. They were curious to see how Boardman was going to react and what Youngstown was going to do.
Yeah, last updated score I got, Coach, 3-0 in favor of Boardman.
Wow.
So a close game there. And again, we hear about the numbers, we hear about the quality of athletes. And the last time we saw a really good combination, I think, that I can remember, was Warren Western Reserve and Warren Harding. Now, I'm not going to compare them to them, but there was an advantage if done right.
Oh, absolutely.
For an excellent program.
Well, and you had a great pilot in that ship, and Phil Alarella, and he just knew how to bring these guys together. And Phil, I knew Phil for a while because my brother, they coached there. But I want to tell you something. What a humble, great guy. Funny guy.
Also former head coach of the Austintown Fitch Falcons. Here it is, Coach, from Boardman. Youngstown Defenders with a 6-3 lead over the Spartans.
Ooh, good for them.
So a great win, lose, or draw. A good debut for Youngstown here so far tonight.
Yeah. As
they have a lead over a what I believe is going to be a more experienced Boardman Spartan team this year.
Yeah.
Right now, Cardinal Mooney with a 13-0 lead over Lake Catholic. East Liverpool with a 13-10 lead over Carrollton. Girard, 33-0 over Coventry. And I have a feeling we're going to see several games for Girard.
Oh, yeah.
Just like that coming up.
Yeah. They just have too many young players that are studs.
It's such an, to say it sounds odd. They have so many young, experienced players that were so good as freshmen and sophomore that I think this is going to be the team to watch here in the Valley. We got to see him close up last year twice in classics. And,
came down to a point
both times. But nonetheless, I think that was just a learning year for them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it's going to be an absolutely amazing team this year for Girard.
Well, their best receiver, he was a freshman, gets a sophomore in his back. And I'll tell you what, I hope that kid runs track because nobody catch that young man. He is fast as lightning.
Absolutely incredible program over there, Gerard. And I think it's probably going to be for the next couple of years. At the half in Cortland, Springfield with a 13-10 lead over Lakeview. That game at the half. United leading Minerva 14-7 in the second quarter. Excuse me, no score update on the West Branch St. Clairsville game. Over at Laddie Fedor Field in Struthers, Notre Dame Cathedral Latin with a 34-0 lead over Struthers in the second quarter.
Ouch.
Rough night for the Wildcats. Newton Falls, they are going wild there in Wellsville. 27-0 is your score. Battle of the Tigers right now going to Newton Falls. St. Francis de Sales with a 2-touchdown lead over Ursuline. It's 14-0. Toronto leads Southern 13-0. Mineral Ridge with a 7-0 lead over Pie Valley. That last reported in the first quarter. South Range doing what South Range does. 14-0 lead over Padua Franciscan up in the Cleveland area. Columbiana with a 14-0 lead over Lowville. Coach Spaten threw over there. I believe he's in his 150th year in Columbiana. He is such a mainstay over there, and what a great guy.
Oh, he is. He is. The only thing I can think of is his wife told him, "Go away."
He's such an old school coach. The hands on the knees, the hand, and he's focusing right on the game all the time. You just got to love him. But right now, Howland with a 7-6 lead over Niles. Niles, I believe 0-10 last year, looking for their first win.
Yep.
And they're in a close one with the Howland Tigers. East Palestine Trails Shady Side 21-7. Champion, the Flashes, leading Akron North 6-0. Canton McKinley at last report in the first quarter had a 7-0 lead over Warren Harding. Brookfield at the half with a 7-0 lead over Hubbard.
Wow.
Hubbard had their way with Brookfield last year, if I do recall. And Beaver Local hosting Crestview. Beaver Local Beavers with a 7-0 lead. That last reported in the first quarter. So an auspicious start for some and a couple of surprises in there in week one. And I've always said, and to some degree, I think you agree with me, is that you really don't know what you have until about week 3 when you get through some of these teams. You start to formulate maybe those teams that might be going to the playoffs.
Sure.
But tonight, seeing some pretty good games here. Only maybe 2 out of hand. Maybe that Struthers game a little concerning.
The one that I'm happy with, and I still don't know if he's the head coach. When I was over at Mineral Ridge, our linebacker Josh Goss is the head coach. I still think this year. I'm not sure. Newton Falls, and he's the winning over there. I'm glad to see that, because when Josh played linebacker for us, I'll tell you what, he was an outstanding young man and a great kid to be around. Really a great kid. So if he's there, I don't know that for a fact. I don't know what happened over the summer, but I just hope that is him, and he's going to get his wins and build that program. I told him one other time, it takes time to build a program.
Patience is a very sought-after commodity these days. Want to remind you, coming up tomorrow night here on Western Reserve Radio, it will be the PAFL 2A Championship. It will be the Cleveland Cobras taking on the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. And for the Cobras, it'll be their first championship appearance since 2015 under owner Jesse Caldwell and head coach Adam Rogerson. And certainly we'll be looking forward to that. Statistically, should be a fantastic game there. We've seen some great things out of the Cleveland offense and defense, and the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids are undefeated. That alone speaks for itself.
Well, all I know is they better have some linebackers that can spy, because wow.
William Anglin, that quarterback for Cleveland, he will put on a show for you and make you look silly sometimes.
After the first half, the defense is going to be a little bit tired.
Just about 5.5 minutes left in the half. The Poland Bulldog Marching Band out entertaining the home side. And for young Will here, who will be headed to the Ohio State University tomorrow, former president of the band here. And a lot of work goes into this. We talked about the 2 days here. Well, even Ohio State at 3 days, but a lot of work goes in for this, and got to see some former classmates and former band members.
Yes, for sure. Mr. Bizos and Mr. Penny do a great job for all 4 weeks or so of band camp that they have. And, we got to witness some, amazing seasons together, going to Disney last year in the spring. And there were some football seasons during my time in high school that, had some games that, I will remember, especially last season with those Girard Classics, and, the year before with the regional title against South Range. And, it was a great 4 years and a great run that I had with that group.
Yeah, your last 3 years here, over 30 wins, 10 wins each season. Each season on average. You kind of get spoiled with that a little bit. You go to the playoffs, and it's been a successful program under Coach Pavlansky.
Oh, for sure. And last year when they went to Girard, outside of the Bo Brungard years at Springfield, I haven't seen an offense conducted in such a mature manner like a sophomore quarterback did at Girard and AJ Pearson. And he still has 2 more years left. And that kid operates an offense with no flaws whatsoever.
Yeah, certainly probably has a guy at home in his ear a little bit there, Coach
Helping
Pearson.
out.
Yeah. So I'm sure there's a lot more additional film sessions at the house. But again, I think you hit it when you said the maturity of which as a sophomore last year or a freshman at any point who was on the field looking like he had been doing this his entire life, and probably essentially to some degree he has.
Well, he's been running a ship for a long time.
Yeah, certainly they're going to be fun to watch. Again, so far, last check, the Girard Indians were up 33-0. And again, we do believe this is going to be something we're going to see regularly.
Question, Mr. Will. How fast was those 4 years in high school?
I mean, there was moments where it felt like time was sitting still, but to think that at the end of that Girard game that was it, it was it was surreal. But good thing I had some hockey right around the corner, got my mind off of things. But no, I remember my first game in the band, and it was Cheney in 2022, and they came in.
How convenient.
And they ran a muckery of Poland that game. The only points put on the board by Poland was a safety, and Cheney had some Michigan commits that were unbelievable.
Just to avoid the shutout, you got the safety. That's all that counts.
The thing is, and people have told me, when you get out of school, now you got college coming up, but it's going to go fast. You don't blink. Once you get out of that, life goes really quick. So please enjoy your life, get your education, make something of yourself. Make good decisions, because what you make now, you could be paying for later. You could be either reaping the moment or you could do that. I know that. I've been through it.
And if that doesn't work out, Mahoney, it's always the police academy.
Just about either that or the Marine Corps.
Just about 2 minutes left here in the half. We're going to take our final break when we come back. Third quarter action coming up from here at Pavlansky Field in Poland. It's the Bulldogs with a 10-7 lead. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back here in the third quarter.
Happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Ohio needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
School sports are played by humans, coached by humans, and officiated by humans. So the next time you're sitting in the stands at a school athletic event, please remember this and maintain your humanity, especially when it comes to judging and critiquing athletes, coaches, and officials. Please show your fellow humans some respect. They'll appreciate your empathy.
This message presented by the OHSAA and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Just a couple of minutes before the kickoff of the third quarter here at Pavlansky Field in Poland. I want to welcome you back to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week. The Patricians back for their second year as the title sponsor of our games here in 2026. Love to have them. And certainly want to thank Repair That Glass, the Village Tavern, a little place out on Youngstown Poland Road called Gessler Propane. And Dave Ferris back at the Gessler Propane studio. And Matt Craven running the game there for Mark Means and Dave Clark. They are over in Austintown, but right now Hudson with a 23-3 lead over the Austintown Fitch Falcons. The Falcons moving up to Division I, and right now they are being treated like the new kid on the block. So they're going to, I think Fitch, though, is going to continue to have a great season. I don't think week one they're going to want to shut it down. There's so much talent there for the Falcons.
Yeah, they have commits on the offensive line, an Alabama commit, and they have, an unreal running back returning, and, seeing that Fitch hasn't found, some offensive, efficiency yet. It's kind of a shock here in week one so far with the depth that they have.
Yeah, we'll have to see what Hudson does in it and kind of give you that comparison on what Fitch was facing in week one here. Again, moving up to Division I, and one of the stories we are interested in this week is the Youngstown Defenders making their debut, and the last we got was a 6-3 lead for the Youngstown team. It's no longer East or Cheney. It is now Youngstown High School, and they are the Defenders, and they are taking on Bourbon tonight in Bourbon. And we wish them all the luck in the world. Yep. And that was a score at the half as well, 6-3. Yes, Youngstown over Bourbon. Just about a minute before kickoff here. Take a look at the scoring recap here. 10-7 is your score. Poland with the lead. And it would start with 6:05 left in the first quarter as Salvi Karamusa would hit a 25-yard field goal for the Poland Bulldogs. It would make it 3-0 at the beginning of the first quarter. 1:31 left in that first frame. And David Zippolita hitting Gavin Seifert on a 12-yard touchdown pass after the Karamusa conversion. 10-0 would be your score in favor of the Bulldogs. Salem would get on the scoreboard with 5:35 left in the second quarter. It will be Brandon Cana into the end zone on a 2-yard touchdown run after Poland. Coach goes to that stack formation and essentially just ran right downfield.
Oh, yeah. They're just, as we say, a hot night through soft butter. I mean, they just did. I mean, they were getting probably 3 to 4 yards every time they carried the ball. So I'm going to be curious. Poland better go down there and do something in this first possession because
you see Coach gets very happy with that stack formation.
I love it.
Thank you, Derek Maddox. And we are underway here, third quarter here. Ball going to be fielded at the 10-yard line by Poland, brought out to the 15, and by Chase Jones down near the 28-yard line. Poland will get decent field position to start the third quarter. They kicked off in the first quarter. However, Pete Zumas would get an interception to take away that initial possession for Salem. That's when Poland would capitalize and put the 3 points up on the board, taking the 3-0 lead. 10-7 is your score now. Poland with the lead here, and it'll be Bulldogs with the ball 1st and 10. They will mark it at the 29-yard line. So we'll start from the middle of the field. David Zippolita in at quarterback. He'll go under center. Chase Jones, a single back in the backfield. 3 receivers to the left. Zippolita with the pitch out to Chase Jones. Jones looking for the corner. Cutting up field past the 30. And he'll work his way down near the 34-yard line, pick up nearly 5. 2nd and 5 now for the Bulldogs as we get the third quarter underway.
Yeah, that was a good job by the offensive line. I'm going to kind of focus on that. And they did a better job picking people up, getting their hips turned. They knew it was going to go left towards the bench, so they got their players, worked on their outside shoulder and through their hips.
From the left hash mark, Poland have a second down at the 34-yard line. Zippolita in the shotgun. Jones to his left. Nobody to the wide side of the field for Poland. David Zippolita setting up. He'll take it upfield, trying to find some room to run, and he will be tackled by a host of Quakers. He'll get out to the 36-yard line, pickup of 2, And it'll be 3rd and 3 now for the Bulldogs here with 11 minutes left in the third quarter.
Well, I got to tell you, Jim, what I think they watched on film and said, that's the guy to watch. You make sure you mirror him because he really hasn't been able to get the wheels going. Great job by the defensive coordinator and the coaching staff of Salem.
You feel like they're being set up at some point, Poland, with everybody to the narrow side of the field, nothing to the near side or to the wide side, as they will now send 2 receivers out in Rita and Scott. Zippolita in the shotgun, wing left, Jones to the right. Zippolita going to take it himself upfield. Finally, he'll get some room to run out the midfield into Salem territory and down near the 48-yard line. First down for the Bulldogs. 10:19 to go here, third quarter. Bulldogs with a 10-7 lead.
I'll tell you what, they got him by the shoestring because if they don't, he's off and running. As he went through that line, he had a lot of arms hit him, but nobody brought him down. And at the last minute, somebody got the shoestring off of him, and he fell down. So here we go. We're out of the eye.
I formation, Zippolita under center. Hurdley going to be the fullback. Jones the tailback. Motion up front. We're going to get a flag, and it should be an encroachment call against Salem. And Coach, I know you wouldn't recognize the situation, but now 1st and 5 for the Poland Bulldogs.
Well, that's true. That's true. I'm not used to that.
We don't have a play call for that.
No.
1st and 15. We got that.
1st and 15. I kept that one. It was more prominent out of the scourge.
I formation again. Hurley at the fullback position. Zippolita under center. Single receiver to the near side. They'll go 2 tights. Jones with the handoff. He'll cut to the left. Room to run. He'll try to get out towards the Poland sideline, out past the 40, down near the 39-yard line. Pickup of 4. And it's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Oh, actually, they'll say he went out at the 40. So a pickup of 3. It's going to be 2nd and 2 now for the Bulldogs.
The only problem that I have, Jim, with this is, and again, it could be me, but it looks like the plays are taking a little bit too long to develop. And therefore, we're getting a bigger rush and the linebackers are reacting. Again, it just seems like they're holding the ball a little bit long. Get the handoff and go.
I look at the huddle, and the one thing that stands out is Maddox Purin's in the huddle, as he is 6'5", now lined up at the left wing. He'll move to the right side. Now he'll be the right wing. Twin receivers to the right of Zippolita. Son of man in motion. Play action. Zippolita almost put it down in the backfield, but he will work his way out past the 40. And with the progress, he'll get to the back to the line of scrimmage. And it'll bring up 3rd down now for Poland, and a broken play. And depending on Zippolita with his legs, he gets back to the line of scrimmage. No damage, but a little bit of a leak there in the offensive line.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you right now, the problem is Salem is very, very disciplined. They are staying in their lanes. They're not getting turned. Outstanding job by the Salem Quakers.
So Caleb Scott going to run off the field. He'll be replaced. Don't think that Coach Pavlansky had and the play clock down to 3. T formation, and they're going to give this one to Jones, and he's going to be hemmed up on a yard loss. And it's going to make it 4th and 2 now for the Bulldogs. 8:45 to go here, third quarter. Poland with a 10-7 lead.
It's just the plays are developing too slow, and Salem's just sitting, reacting, and coming.
Nothing real fancy there. Kind of agree with that. Second quarter, interesting score. Girard 47, Coventry nothing.
That's a surprise.
They are
already on a roll.
94-point pace here for this game. All right, 3 receivers to the left of Zippolita. Single receiver to the near side. That'll be Caleb Scott. Back to pass, 3-step drop, fires over the middle. Caught by Maddox Purin's. Purin's going to battle, ball loose.
We got it.
And it's going to be covered up near the 28-yard line. Maddox Purin's was hit by multiple Salem Quakers. Maybe got up a little bit slow. Caleb Scott kind of checking on him, but he's going to be fine.
Yeah, he took a shot on that shoulder, and he's staying in there. He got probably a little stinger, but he's a big boy. He took it. Shake it off. You're not going to get me out of this season.
Coming off a significant leg injury last year.
It was bad.
Very disappointing for a young man that everybody had really high hopes for.
Yeah, but I tell you what, I don't think he's going to skip a beat.
Rita and Gensler, twin receivers to the left, twin receivers to the right. He'll send a man in motion. He'll give it to him on the end around. Room to run. It's going to be Caleb Scott. Upfield 20, inside the 20, down near the 17-yard line. And that's going to be enough. Should be enough for another Poland first down. 7:23 to go here. Third quarter, Poland with a 10-7 lead.
Well, it's a yard short, Jim. I see the official holding 2 fingers up. So, yeah, we got second down.
So we got a little sidestep in there, as a matter of fact, because it looked like he may have gotten it. But
well, that's it. Was on the far side. It was hard for us to really to see, but
2-step.
It was close. 2-step. I did that. That's good. 1, 2, 3.
All right, so ball marked at the 18-yard line. 2nd and 1, 6:58 to go here in this third quarter. Twin receivers to the near side. Maddox Pierens will be the slot. Zippolita keeping the ball himself, trying to find room to run. Dances around, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield. I believe that's going to be Braden Van Dyne on the tackle.
Lost a yard again. They've got to really look at this defense and do a good job. Again, Salem is very disciplined. Them boys stay at home. So the problem lies is if he keeps it and he goes, those ends and them outside linebackers are sitting there just frothing at the mouth, ready to get him.
3rd and 3 now for Poland at the Salem 20-yard line. 6:10 to go here, third quarter. Poland 10, Salem 7. Zippolita in shotgun, Jones to his left. Zippolita going to keep it himself, take it out to the left side, room to run, and he's going to run one man over, get down near the 11-yard line. That's plenty enough for a Poland first down, and Zippolita, generally not the physical kind of player, did a good job.
But here's the thing. That's the difference. A couple of these plays took a long time for them to develop, and Salem was able to react. This time he took it and left, and he left Salem in the dust. That's the difference. That's where the adjustments got to be made. They got to hit stuff fast.
T formation, Zippolita under center. Like this last year, everybody in tight. They'll hand this one off the left side, move it through the pile inside the 10, down near the 6-yard line. Ashton Sattarelli on the carry for Poland. And now Poland inside the 10-yard line. I believe they're going to mark this at the 6.
They're bringing some fresh bodies in, Salem. Taking some big boys out, maybe putting a couple of thinner, faster guys.
Excuse me, that's going to be at the 8-yard line. 5:06 to go. T formation again. Zippolita under center. He'll give this one off here to Jones. Jones into the end zone. Touchdown, Poland. An 8-yard touchdown run by Chase Jones, and Jones finally breaks it. And Poland takes a 16-7 lead.
Yeah, he did that good. They were going outside, and we had a good block on the outside. The defender got plussed out, and they sealed the linebackers inside, and he was able to hit his foot and then go inside, and he wasn't even touched. Great run, great job by the offensive line.
Chase Jones into the end zone, increases the Poland lead to 16-7, pending the extra point. Salvi Karamusa on for it. Snap is back, kick is up, and it is good. 17-7 is your score. 4:56 to go here in the third quarter. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600. We're back on the other side.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
4:56 to go here in the third quarter. Poland scoring drive, 12 plays, 71 yards. Chase Jones on the 8-yard touchdown run. 17-7 is your score. Bulldogs with the lead. And Salem will get a crack at it here. Poland taking up a lot of time, coach, in that third quarter.
That's always the greatest offense you could put out there is just keep the ball out of their hands, and just score.
X-Line and Bison back to return for Salem. He'll kick this one out down near the 5-yard line, picked up at the 2. Bison with the ball up the middle, out to past the 25, and he'll be upended near the 35-yard line. That's where Salem will take over 1st and 10. 4:47 to go here, third quarter. Poland with a 17-7 lead over the Salem Quakers.
And our own Pat Achia is here with us and stepped in, and thumbs up for the Dogs.
Speaking of the Saturday Morning Sports page, here it is.
Here it is. It showed up on Friday night.
Yeah, somebody has to class up this broadcast. 30 ball at the 36-yard line. Gelades in the shotgun, man in motion. He'll give it to him on the end around. He'll work around the left side and be hemmed up near the 39-yard line. Pick up a 3. 2nd and 7 now for the Quakers as they try to get those playmakers again on the outside in different ways.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, a lot of long motion, we called it, and they're just taking that slot receiver, bringing them in, and then they're pulling the guards and able to get that lead block out there.
Updated score, coach. We're over in Brookfield. The Warriors have a 15-0 lead over Hubbard. Salem with the carry. They'll bring this one out to the 44-yard line. Pick up a 5. 3rd and 1 now. 3rd and 2 for Salem. Some interesting scores here. Girard with a 47-0 lead over Coventry. Interesting.
Not surprising.
I think a lot of teams are in trouble when they.
Oh, you ain't kidding.
Updated from St. Clairsville. West Branch with a 7-0 lead. X-Line in motion. He'll give it to him on the forward toss. Out to the right side. And he'll get out past the midfield strike down near the 47-yard line. Give him the 48, actually. So a pickup of 8 on the play, and that's a first down for Salem. Baron X-Line getting about as many carries as a receiver as the running backs have gotten. And they like him on with that speed on the outside. Clock will continue to run here. 3.5 minutes to go. Poland 17, Salem 7.
Defense has got to create something here.
Owen Davison, single receiver to the near side. Single receiver to the far side. They'll pitch it to the tailback. That'll be Kana. Kana tripped up.
Great job.
As Gavin Seifert will come in. They'll give him credit to the 46-yard line. Pickup of a 2. 2nd and 8 now for the Quakers as the officials will come in and give a little warning on some of the verbal exchanges, we'll call it.
As long as there's no extracurricular activity.
Well, we like to see a little feistiness in week 1. Yeah. The officials don't.
Yeah.
Single receiver to the near side this time. Owen Davidson will be the only guy on the outside. He'll give it to Kane. Kane off the right side. He'll fight past the 45 down near the 42-yard line. Pickup of nearly 4 on the play. Bring up 3rd and 4 now.
Now, this will be interesting. If it's 4th and short, will they go? They seem to have that scenario.
Yeah, I don't think head coach Ron Johnson cares, to be quite honest, because he's tried it already and shows he has a lot of faith in that offense. Rightfully so with the weapons in there as X-Line will go in motion left to right. We're going to get a false start against Salem, and that will knock them back 5. It'll be 3rd and 9 now for Salem. 2:21 to go here in third quarter.
Just chuckling. I would call that a little different, but, we are on air.
No, and those are the little things I know from experience. Drive a head coach crazy. We know what the count is. They don't.
Oh, yeah. I just don't understand that. Just especially when a receiver jumps.
They want to do such a good job for you, coach. They get excited. And that will be my argument anyway. All right. So
now,
penalties so far tonight for Salem: 5 for 30 yards. Poland, 1 for 10.
That's good. Now, we got to stop him here and make him punt. Long yardage here.
3rd and 9 for Salem. Ball at the Poland 47-yard line. Jelanese in the shotgun. Kana to his left. Twin receivers each side. They'll send a man in motion. That'll be Golich. He'll line up as the wing on the left now. Jelanese rolling out to the near side. Fires downfield. This one's going to be caught at the 39-yard line. and he'll be brought down at the 35. Owen Davidson on the reception, and that'll be a first down for the Salem Quakers.
Yeah, they just he stopped to do a little curl, and the other receiver ran past him, and both Poland guys took off after the deep guy.
Kinsey coming in onto the field, and now it's going to be X-line at quarterback, right back to that stack formation. They'll give it to Cana, last man up there, up the field, near the 30, inside the 30, down to the 28-yard line, and they are right back to the physical version of the Salem offense that was so successful for them in the second quarter.
Yeah, other than the clock, I mean, I'm just going to keep running stack because, again, I'll take that all day. You just got 7 yards on first down with the stack, and they're staying with it.
X-line under center. Kinsey will be the up man. Cana the tailback. They'll hand up left side. He'll fight his way past the 25. Flag coming in down to the 20-yard line. But as a wise man once said, hold the phones. This one may be coming back, and the preliminary call is a hold, and then the official demonstrated the hip toss.
Yep, little dump action there. So that isn't going to work.
I always like to demonstrate that for the head coaches. What happened? I will show you the hip toss reversed armbar that,
I tried to get around him, and he hooked him with his arm, and he didn't stay in front of him, and he just throws him over his, over his hip or whatever, and that ain't going to work.
So they'll mark the ball at the 38-yard line. Salem will have to get to the Poland 25 for a first down. 1:06 to go here at third quarter. Poland with a 17-7 lead.
Out of the stack.
6 penalties for 40 yards now for Salem. Pistol formation. Jelany's back in the game. Send X-line in motion left to right. Hand off to Cana. Up the middle. And he's going to be brought down near the 36-yard line. Well read by Pete Zumas. Zumas coming across and wrapping him up.
That's a good job. That's what we need to do.
Zumas on the stop.
Zumas, one of those seniors that the Poland Bulldogs will rely on this year. Got great experience last year. And he'll be one of the focal points. He and Chase Jones defensively.
Third a mile. He's smart here.
Ball at the 36-yard line. Going to have to get to the 25-yard line. So 3rd and 11 now for Salem. 17 seconds left here, third quarter. Jelany's under center. I formation. X-line in motion left to right. It's a pitch to Cana, but he'll take it up the middle of the field, and he will make his way down to the 26-yard line. Initial contact was made right around the 30, and then Cana fighting his way down for 4 more yards. It's going to bring up 4th down and just short.
Well, they're going.
Well, if they're going to do it, they're going to do it in the 4th quarter as time runs out here in the 3rd after 3. The Poland Bulldogs take a 17-7 lead over the Salem Quakers. We'll step aside for a timeout. You're listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back on the other side.
Everyone loves Friday nights in the Valley, and the Youngstown Patricians are proud to be the title sponsor of the High School Football Game of the Week on the iMedia One Network. From the opening kickoff to the final whistle, you'll get the excitement, the big plays, the touchdowns, and all of the action from some of the Valley's best high school football matchups. And it's all brought to you by the Youngstown Patricians, proud supporters of high school football and the communities that make the Valley special. So turn up your radio or fire up the free iMedia One Network app and get ready for high school football like never before. Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week, only on the iMedia One Network. The Youngstown Patricians, proudly supporting high school football in the Valley.
We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
We'll flip sides of the field. They'll mark this ball at the 26-yard line. Poland 17, Salem 7. 10th play of the drive coming up for the Salem Quakers after a couple of setbacks, 15 yards in penalties for Salem. They'll work from the left hash mark, left to right on your iMedia One Network apps. Stack formation this time. They'll go back to that. Everybody in tight, single receiver to the outside, pitch to the outside. That'll be Cana. Cana, past the 20, upended by Chase Jones near the 17-yard line.
Oh, no.
And that's going to be a pickup of 9. And that'll be a first down for the Salem Quakers as we get underway here in the 4th quarter. And Chase Jones shaking up a little bit down on the field, and hopefully maybe just a cramp here. Hasn't been a really humid night. It's been really great weather here as we can see the moon out. and relatively cool. And
yep.
And they go right to work on that calf. That's always a fun time.
I enjoyed that. That was always fun for me.
Chase Jones, a two-way performer, tailback on offense, working in the secondary defensively. 11:53 to go here. Take a look at some scores from around the area. St. Francis de Sales now with a 17-7 lead over Ursuline. That last reported at the half. Newton Falls running away with this one, 33-0 over Wellsville. Mineral Ridge, the Rams, they have a 21-7 lead over Pie Valley at the half. South Range with the 34-0 lead in the third quarter over Padua Franciscan. Actually played up in that stadium a couple times. Very nice area. Columbiana with a 21-0 lead at the half. Howland 7, Niles 6. East Palestine down 28-7 to Shady Side. Akron North and Champion tied up at 6, last report in the second quarter. Canton McKinley leads Warren Harding 14-0. Brookfield, interestingly, with a 15-0 lead over Hubbard. Beaver Local 14, Crestview 7. Hudson leads Austin Town Fitch over on Western Reserve Radio 2 with Mark Beans and Dave Clark 24-3. And still at the half, the Youngstown Defenders with a 6-3 lead over Boardman. Canfield trails Garfield Heights 13-0. Cardinal Mooney shutting out Lake Catholic 27-0 at the half. East Liverpool 13-10 right now over Carrollton. Girard, they could have gone on the bus and gone home at halftime. 47-0. I don't think Coventry could have run the ball up and down the field that much. Stack formation now. His X-line will go under center. Kinsey be the front man. Kane to the tailback. He'll get it off the right side. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Salem. 19-yard run for Brandon Cana. Makes it a 17-13 game with 11:40 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Poland does not have an answer for that stack. They've got to make an adjustment on that because that was just too easy. They have got to do a better job on this stack. Otherwise, I'm going to stay in it and just keep pounding them.
So Brandon Cana with the 19-yard run. Extra point pending. 11 plays, 64 yards on the drive. And Salem will attempt to convert here. Snap is back, kick is up, and it is good. 11:40 to go here, fourth quarter. Salem cuts the Poland lead to 17, or from 17. We tried again. 17-14 to score, coach. I promise you, that's the score.
Yep.
And it's so far, Salem has found a lot of success with that stack formation. Poland now under pressure to go down and score again.
Yeah, they better do that because I'll tell you what, again, I'm going to go and stack and just keep doing what I'm doing. They have not had an answer for it. They went right down the field on that. Even when there was a penalty, that was no biggie for them.
At the half, 8-man football coach, Kennedy Catholic. Leads Sebring 18-0. Johnny Ray, the head coach over Kennedy Catholic, the former owner of the Western PA Wildcats from the PAFL.
Okay.
Interesting little bit there. West Branch still with a 7-0 lead over St. Clairsville. Notre Dame Cathedral Latin 35. Struthers nothing.
They're going to have a hard time again this year.
Yeah, Western Reserve leads Whetstone 27-6. The Blue Devils starting out fast here as well on the road.
John Armini doing a good job out there.
A name well known in the Valley when it comes to high school football. And the Bulldogs will get the ball back. 11:40 to go here, fourth quarter. Poland 17, Salem 14.
Here's what I'm going to tell them. Be aware up front. Be aware up front.
Doesn't get much closer than this. 160 yards unofficially for Salem, 151 for Poland. Salem averaging 4 yards a play. Poland 4.4. 3 trips to the red zone for Poland. They've scored on all 3. Salem, 2 trips to the red zone. They have scored twice as well. Poland, 6 penalties for 40 yards. Poland, 1 for 10. As Salem will kick this one off. This one will head back towards the end zone. And it brought out to the 5, 10. Out to the far side. Gensler down the sideline. 51 man to beat. He's going to be hemmed up near the 40-yard line. Flag comes in. And Poland will get the ball in Salem territory. And I believe that was going to be Brody Gensler Caleb Scott on the return. I apologize. But a flag on the play here. A Poland player is down. And am I looking at a blindside block? Excuse me. That's going to be a hold And we're going to have another Poland player cramping as they try to work that out. Again, a little later in the game here. Not very humid, but.
This is something that upsets me because these kids should be irrigating the whole day. This isn't, I'm going to drink a gallon of milk or water before Gatorade before a game. You've got to keep that going in your system from the time you wake up until the time this game goes and continue through.
Spoken like a true coach.
Drove me crazy that.
He doesn't care if you play both ways either, by the way. I don't want to hear that. So did they say it was a 15-yard penalty coming back? I heard 15, couldn't hear the official quite clearly, but they're going to bring the ball back onto the Poland side of the field at the 40-yard line. We were watching Pete Zumas get stretched out right around the Poland 42-yard line, but it'll be maybe 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Okay.
So it happened at midfield. They will pull that back to the 40.
Oh, okay. All right, I got you.
11:28 to go here, fourth quarter. Poland 17, Salem 14. Poland with a great return. However, a penalty will set them back on their own side of the 50. So they'll work from the negative side of the field. We'll have it first and 10. Coming up tomorrow night, 6 p.m. here on Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia One Network app. Be the PAFL 2A Championship. Cleveland Cobras taking on the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids as Poland will go to the I formation. Erdley will be the fullback. Zippolita under center, single receiver to the near side. Zippolita rolling out to the near side, trying to find some room to run, nowhere to go. He'll spin and turn and be brought down near the 36. Looks like it'll be about a loss of 4. Second and 14 for Salem coming up. And now it looks like Maxton Ellis chasing him down, the 6'3", 189-pounder.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the defense is just stringing it out. They're staying with that. They're being very disciplined, and they're getting upfield. They're not getting turned, and they're just getting outmanned here.
Clock continues to run, just under 11 minutes to play here in the game. Poland 17, Salem 14.
And when Salem got the momentum, you have got to keep getting positive yards. You can't keep losing yards like this.
3 receivers to the far side. Caleb Scott will be the outside receiver. And it will be Zippolita being hemmed up in the backfield. It's a sack. Ball came loose, but I think he was down well after that. Hunter Markham has the ball, but he went down to the ground, and then I believe the ball came out after that. I think the officials agree, but no protection for the junior quarterback.
I don't understand that play. There was nobody. It looked like 3 guys were right on him.
So 10-11 to go here. Clock continues to run. 3rd and 16 now for Poland. Zippolita will check with the sideline for the play. Ball at the 34-yard line. Work from the left hash mark. Caleb Scott out to the far side. He'll be joined by Brody Gensler. Gensler in motion from right to left. Back to pass. Zippolita looking for a target. Caught at the 40. Past the 40, down near the 42-yard line. Carson Rita on the reception. The 5'8", 160-pound senior will make it 4th and a little bit more manageable. Now, Zippolita, the punter, is also the quarterback, and they're going to send the punt team on, but something to watch.
Yeah, I just I'd like to see him do more of that on 1st and 2nd down instead of trying to run the ball because their deficits on 1st down have been horrible.
Cooper and Kelly, will be the protector. 3 players to the far side, 3 to the near side, 3 linemen. And Zippolita going to punt this one away on a rugby-style kick, picked up at the 25-yard line. Returned by Salem. He's got room. Out to the 50, 40. Zippolita, the last one to be able to stop him, knocked out of bounds. And Baron Exline will bring this well into Poland territory with 8:51 to go here in the 4th quarter. We'll see where they're going to mark it. He got near the 20-yard line, but there was a rush from the Salem team out there kind of celebrating. So they're going to mark it at the 24. Or they'll say that's where he went out of bounds. 17-14 your score. Poland with the lead. However, Salem with outstanding field position.
Yeah, I don't understand these punts. I mean, they're so flat. Poland's not even 10 yards off the line, and he's got the ball, and it's
almost like a pass.
Yeah,
right
it's not good. They got to find somebody to get that ball up in the air and out.
Davidson, the receiver on the far side. X-line will line up in a slot. Pistol formation. Jelanese will send a man in motion left to right. He'll give it to Cana. Cana upfield, past the 20, down near the 17-yard line. Pick up a 7. It'll be 2nd and 3 now for Salem. Clock will continue to run. 8:40 to go here, fourth quarter.
Poland's got to tighten it up. They're getting pushed off the line by that big offensive line, and that's one of the big issues.
They'll work from the right hash mark. X-line, Davidson, and Golich will be the 3 receivers out to the left. Jelanese looking for one more player. They'll send the lineman on the field. Somebody actually forgot to come out. Lucas Mayhew will be out there, the sophomore. Jelanese under center. Cana the tailback. He'll take the pitch out to the left side. Room to run. 15, and he'll be hemmed up near the 11-yard line. Pickup of about 7 on the play. That's enough for a Salem first down. They'll mark this at the 11, so they can get a first down at the 1 as the clock continues to approach the 8-minute mark here in the fourth quarter.
Just watching it. Poland's hitting things quick. They get up there, get the ball out of there, and Poland just takes forever for the play to develop.
Jelanese under center. Cana the tailback. Send a man in motion left to right. That'll be X-line. They'll give it to Cana. Looking for the wide side. He'll try to string it out inside the 10, 5, and knocked out of bounds near the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal. Excuse me. No, I take that back. 2nd and 1. For Salem. Clock will continue to run. Just about 7.5 minutes coming up here, fourth quarter. Kinsey will come onto the field. And a Salem player will go down. He'll go down near the sideline. And it looked like they were going to go back to that stack formation as I thought Jelanese went to the sideline. I saw Kinsey come on the field. He's always been the up man in that stack formation.
Yeah, and he's hunting. He's a hunter. He's looking for some. He's that linebacker that put me at fullback. I'll take somebody out.
This will be the fourth play coming up on this drive. 7:29 to go here, fourth quarter, injury timeout. We'll keep it right here. And we want to thank all of our sponsors, including Repair That Glass. Gessler Propane, Youngstown Patricians. 7.5 minutes to go here in the game. Poland leads right now, 17-14. Salem with the momentum as they will have the ball 2nd and 1 at the 2-yard line. And
this young man it's like he's.
I believe that's going to be Brandon Cana on the field. It's down, and he reaching for some water there. So I don't know if he's having a cramping problem as well.
Yeah, there was.
D2 plays both ways. So, and now.
No, there was a little below the belt injury, I think.
X-line going under center. Kinsey is going to be the up man. Golich is going to be in there as well. Xander Kinsey will be the tailback. Clock will begin to run here. Salem in the stack formation looking to take the lead. 17-14 your score. Poland with the lead. They'll give it to Kinsey on the handoff up front, and it's going to be a 2-yard touchdown for Salem. 20-17 is your score. Salem takes the lead for the first time tonight. Xander Kinsey gets into the end zone for Salem. Poland trails after leading 17-7 with 7:16 left here to go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, so Poland's got to pick it up. They just got to they got to open it up a little bit here, and it's got to be stuff that's quick. They've got to spread Salem out. They are far from out of this game, but
they'll actually have to work for this one this week as Xander Kinsey gets into the end zone. Kick is up, and it is good for Salem. 7:16 left here, fourth quarter. Salem takes the lead 21-17. We'll step aside for a quick break. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio on WRQX AM 600. We're back after this.
During the fall and winter, During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday 10 to 4 and Saturday 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
4-play, 24-yard drive gives Salem the 21-17 lead with 7:16 to go here in the game. Long way to go, but Poland now trailing for the first time tonight, 21-17. And Salem using the power ball to get down the field there, and that was after a great punt return by Salem. Zippolita had a couple of good high-hanging punts, but that rugby-style punt has really caused them to make them line drives.
Yeah, and that's killing them because of the return. I mean, you gave it to them on a silver platter.
After this kick, we'll step aside 10 seconds for station ID, and Salem will put this one in the air. Line drive, fielded near the 6-yard line, brought out by Poland. 10, 15, 20. Upfield, room to run. Cutting back to the inside. One move. Caleb Scott at midfield. He'll elude another tackler, and he'll make it out near the 30-yard line. See where they're going to mark him out of bounds at the 33, and Poland will start 1st and 10 in Salem territory with 7:01 to go here in the fourth quarter. We'll step aside for station ID. You are listening to WRQX AM 600, The Patriot, a Cumulus media station.
WRQX, Salem, Youngstown, Warren. We are AM 600, The Patriot, a Cumulus media station.
Exactly what Poland needed. A great return by Caleb Scott. He'll move this one down to the Salem 33-yard line. 7:01 to go here. Fourth quarter, Poland trails 21-17, but the Bulldogs set up here on offense. Brandon Cana will make his way onto the field defensively. And it will be Bailey Essick that will take a break, the 5'11", 191-pound senior, as they'll line up from the left hash mark now. Zippolita in the shotgun. Chase Jones to his right. Twin receivers to the far side. Purins will be the wing to the right, and it looks like Poland is going to take a timeout. 7:01 to go here. We'll keep it right here. We'll take a look at some scores from around the area right now. We'll take a look at the Hudson-Austintown Fitch game. That game over on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. The Hudson Explorers lead the Fitch Falcons 23-9. Wow. Garfield Heights leads Canfield at the half. Last reported was 21-3. Canfield trails. Mooney with a 27-0 lead over Lake Catholic. Girard, no problem with Coventry, 47-0. Springfield now with a 20-10 lead over Lakeview. United 21, Minerva 7. In 8-man football, Kennedy Catholic with an 18-8 lead over the Sebring Trojans. West Branch shutting out St. Clairsville 16-0. Struthers gets on the board, but they trail Notre Dame Cathedral Latin 42-8. Last report at the half, the Western Reserve Blue Devils with a 34-6 lead over Whetstone. And St. Francis de Sales now leads Ursuline 17-7. South Range with a 40-6 lead over Patawatta Franciscan. They'll send a man in motion from left to right. Zippolita with the shotgun. Looking out, throws out in the flats. That one's caught by Chase Jones. And a dangerous pass, but a positive play. He'll get down to the 33-yard line. Excuse me, he got right back to the line of scrimmage. And a little bit dangerous there. Whoa. That was cutting it close as the Salem defense was closing in on that short pass.
Yeah, the offensive line has got to do a better job protecting. And they got to go downfield. They've outrun their DBs every time. But, again, and it's got to be something quick because this the defensive line is just getting in there so fast. The offensive line of Poland has got to dig in a little bit.
Gensler, the outside receiver, and the Twins to the left. They'll send a man in motion from left to right. That'll be Sattarelli. They'll give it to Sattarelli on the end around. Nowhere to go. And he actually fought forward to make it a positive play. Picked up a yard. And it'll be 3rd and 9 now for Poland. 6 minutes to go here in the game. And Poland trailing by 4, 21-17. Can't really rely on a Salvi Karamusa field goal.
No, and this got to be 2-down territory because you haven't held Salem yet. You have got to go for it.
They're going to mark the ball at the Salem 32. They'll work from the right hash mark. Caleb Scott, the single receiver. He'll be joined now by Gensler's the twin receivers. Gensler in motion from right to left. Zippolita back to pass under pressure. Throws it out in the flats. Another dangerous pass to Chase Jones. He catches it, spins, turns, and gets down near the 20-yard line. And that should be enough for a Poland first down. And woo, you get the feeling, though, they're playing with fire with that quick pass to the right. And defenders coming in sooner or later.
Eventually, it's going to go because they're so close to going the other way.
Looks like they're trying to time that up. And it looks like Poland is maybe going to take another timeout. We'll keep it right here. Fourth quarter, 5:20 to go. Poland 17, Salem 21. 154 yards offensively for Poland, 184. And Zippolita completing 66% of his passes tonight. Adrian Jelenis with 75%. One thing to say for Poland tonight, though, Coach, only 2 penalties for 20 yards.
Yeah, they have got to do what they got to do. That's fine, but you got to be able to move the ball. The good thing is you got first down, and you are on about the 21-yard line. So
first and 10 for Salem, 5:20 to go here. They'll work from the right hash mark. Poland taking their second timeout here in the half. One left. Salem showing all 3 timeouts to go.
And that could be a factor.
So 3 receivers to the left side of David Zippolita. Back to pass, looking out to his right. Fires into the end zone. Has a man. He's going to overthrow him. Pass incomplete. Looks like it was intended for Caleb Scott. Had 3 defenders there, but it looked like good ball placement, just a little bit too much on it.
Yeah, if he'd have dropped that in the basket, that would have been a touchdown all the way. He just a little bit too much. You just got to settle down. We saw that last year a lot too, Jim, where he was first few games, he was overthrowing balls and stuff, as you recall. So hopefully he'll settle down here. I mean, there ain't much to go. They've got to score on this.
5:15 to go. Clock comes to a stop on the incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 now from the Salem 21-yard line. Maddox Purins will be the slot to the left. He'll be joined by Carson Rita. He'll send a man in motion from right to left. Give it to him on the end around. Trying to find some room upfield. Going to be upended near the 17-yard line. Pickup of about 4 on the play. So 3rd and 6 now coming up for Poland. 5 minutes to go here. A field goal really does him no good.
No.
Randy Kana checking back in to the game. Salem putting all their best athletes out here in this very close ending. 4:48 on a running clock.
Just got to keep getting first downs and keep the ball out of there, but they have got to score, Jim.
17 yards.
So Purin, Scott, and Gensler, the 3 receivers to the right. Zippolita in the shotgun. Back to pass. 3-step drop. Steps up in the pocket. Has a man. Fires over the middle. It's going to be intercepted in the end zone by Salem. He'll take a knee, and Poland will get the ball. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. 4:21 to go here in the game. Zippolita rolling out to the left side. Throw it into the middle of the end zone, and it was intercepted by Salem. And a big play by the Quakers here with some time to play, but Poland's still showing 2 timeouts up on the board. I thought they had used a second one. Poland defense now with the burden of stopping the Salem offense.
Yeah, they're going to have to do something because they got to get the ball back and try to get there and score. It was just, nothing. I'll tell you what, Sam, you got a good football team. They're young and they're doing a great job. Poland has not answered for their blocking up front.
1st and 10 for Salem at their own 20-yard line. 4:21 to go here in the 4th quarter. Salem leads 21-17. Twin receivers to the left of Jelenis. Will go pistol formation. Kane will be the tailback. Send a man in motion from left to right. Hand off to Kane. He'll just find some room to run. trying to eat the clock up now. He'll turn his back, drive his legs out to the 26-yard line. Pickup of 6, 2nd and 4 now for Salem.
Poland's got to stiffen up here. Stay square. They're getting turned up front, and you're just getting them linebackers, and that's, 5 to 7 yards. They're getting knocked back.
Just under 3 minutes to play. Poland trailing by 4. Some scores from around the area. Beaver Local now with a 35-7 lead over Crestview. Brookfield leads Hubbard 14-7. Harding being shut out 20-0 by Canton McKinley. Back to the line here. Jelanese in the shotgun. Kana to his right. Send a man in motion from left to right. Heavy on the right side for Salem. Hand it off, up the middle. It'll be a first down for the Quakers. Out to the 37-yard line. X-line getting the first down for Salem as we hit the 3.5-minute mark here in week 1. Poland trailing 21-17.
Poland just got to get better up front. Linebackers got to come up and fill, but this Salem team, they're just big and strong, and they're just getting to Poland's heels and just pushing them out of the way.
Davidson, the single receiver to the near side. Next line will be to the far side. They'll go I formation. Chase Golich, the sophomore, will be the fullback. Kana, the tailback. Send a man in motion left to right. That'll be X line. Give it to Kana. Kana hesitating at the line. He'll be wrapped up. Looks like that was going to be Pete Zumas. That's going to push him forward back to down to the 39-yard line. So 2nd and 8 for Salem. Clock continues to run. 2:49 to go here, 4th quarter. Poland trailing by 4.
Unless they rip a ball out, and because they have not stopped them yet, Salem's gone down and just eating the field up and time. So
9-yard line. 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 for Salem. 2.5 minutes to go here in the game. Jelanese taking his time. He'll watch the play clocks in the end zone. 9 seconds left. Twins right. X-line in motion from right to left. He'll pitch this one out to Kana to the near side. Cut back to the inside and make his way down to the 45-yard line. Pickup of 6 on the play. Had to get to the 47 for a first down. And Poland is going to burn one of their timeouts. 2:10 to go here. 4th quarter. We'll keep it right here. 3rd quarter, Howland with a 13-12 lead over Niles. Columbiana leads Lowville 21-7. Mooney with a 41-0 lead over Lake Catholic. Youngstown with a 13-3 lead over Boardman.
Wow. Good for them. Good job.
Trying to make a statement in week 1 for the newly formed Youngstown Defenders.
Yeah, and Boardman was supposed to be a team to watch this year. They thought that they were picking some people up and doing well.
Sometimes it's a team you don't know anything about.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely. That combination. And one of the tricky parts for the coaching staff was bringing those two schools together.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out that puzzle.
And the other thing, you can watch all the film you want, but guess what? It doesn't show the speed. There's the other thing. You can say, okay, we got to do this, do that, but you don't see the speed of these players, and that's another thing that's pretty hard. How do you watch a film and coach that?
Well, I can tell you something about the Youngstown Defenders. There was no film to watch.
It's right.
Stack formation. Kinsey will be the up back. Golich will be the middle man. Kana will be the tailback. Jelanese taking his time. Gives it to Kana. Kana running through the offensive line. Gets to the 48-yard line. And that'll be enough for a Salem first down. 2:05 to go here. The clock will stop long enough to set the markers. And Poland will take a timeout to stop the clock. 2:05 to go. Again, we'll keep it here as we round down week 1 of the high school football season. Coming up tomorrow night, the PAFL 2A Championship, 6 p.m. here with Coach Bob Gessler, Dave Ferris, and myself. All the action coming from Ellett High School in Akron. The 2-loss Cleveland Cobras make it back to the championship. First time since 2015 to take on the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. Rapids 11-0 in 2026. Should be a great matchup there. As Salem will work on a couple players with some cramps. Again, getting late into the game, Brandon Kana getting a little bit of attention, but again, has seen a lot of the field tonight. Other local scores, United with a 28-7 lead over Minerva. Kennedy Catholic extends their lead over Sebring in 8-man football, 24-8. West Branch shutting out St. Clairsville, 23-0. Fourth quarter, Notre Dame Cathedral Latin still leads Struthers 42-8. No update on the Western Reserve Whetstone game. Reserve with a 34-6 lead at the half. Stack formation, Jelanese under center. Up man, pitch it out to Kana. Kana cutting back to the inside. He'll make it past the midfield stripe down to the 48-yard line, pick up a 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 for Salem. Clock will continue to run with under 2 minutes to play.
Yep. Bowen's got a lot of film to watch.
X-Line's going to come in, and Kinsey will come out.
Just got to get better. Season's not over. You lost. You're going to lose one game unless something really severe happens right here.
So twin receivers to the far side. That'll be Davidson and X-Line. Pistol formation. Send X-Line in motion. Hand it off to Kana. Right up the middle. Trying to eat the clock up. I'll make contact near the 47. Pick up a 2. 3rd and 5 now for Salem as the clock runs down to 1:09. So we're approaching 1 minute left here in the game. Poland with no timeouts, no way to stop the game. Excuse me, I think they just burned their last timeout.
No, it was a cramp, Jim.
Oh, okay. So
because I think they were already out of timeouts.
Shows officially up there. Poland none. Salem 3. I don't think Salem's going to want to take any of those. Scores from around the area. Springfield with a 2010 lead over Lakeview. That game being played out in Cortland. East Liverpool leads Carrollton 19-10. Garfield Heights leads Canfield 21-3. Hudson leading Fitch comfortably over on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240 with our own Mark Means and our royalty here at iMedia One, Dave Clark. Dave had to take a couple weekends off for some NFL celebration. He gets the royal treatment as, of course, Dave Clark, the former LA Ram in the NFL, the former Philadelphia Star in the the original USFL.
But against all the good ones that were there, Jim Kelly.
To hear some of the stories is fantastic.
Yeah.
So Jelanese trying to burn the clock here. 49 seconds on the clock. 20 on the play clock. Salem in control here. There's no way that Poland can stop the clock to save any more time. So 10 seconds left here, and Jelanese will have to take a knee, and they'll have to run one more play with 4 seconds left. I think the officials are just going to let them go. And they'll take a timeout. 24 seconds left here. Salem feeling it. 21-17 is your score. Quakers with the lead.
Hey, they deserve a win. They played well. A great game, close game, but Poland, unfortunately, they could not stop them. So outstanding job by the Salem coaches and players.
Salem trailing at 1 point, 17-7, coming into the second half. Have battled back. Essentially put them in a great position with that interception in the end zone. And now Salem will have to take a knee one more time. So they'll get out of Poland tonight with a 21-17 win. It is all academic at this point. Jelanese, Kana, and Golich in the backfield. Jelanese going to be in a shotgun. 24 seconds left. Jelanese taking the knee, and that's going to be it. Week 1 is in the books here in Poland. Salem gets the 21-17 win over the Poland Bulldogs. Salem starts out 1-0. Poland 0-1. We'll step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we'll give you a scoring recap, go over some scores, and we will get you set up for next week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. You are listening to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week. We'll be back on the other side of this break.
Accidents happen. happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley.
Everyone loves Friday nights in the Valley, and the Youngstown Patricians are proud to be the title sponsor of the high school football game of the week on the iMedia One Network. From the opening kickoff to the final whistle, you'll get the excitement, the big plays, the touchdowns, and all of the action from some of the Valley's best high school football matchups. And it's all brought to you by the Youngstown Patricians, proud supporters of high school football and the communities that make the Valley special. So turn up your radio or fire up the free iMedia One Network app and get ready for high school football like never before. Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week, only on the iMedia One Network. The Youngstown Patricians, proudly supporting high school football in the Valley.
Now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Back here as we wrap it up from Pavlansky Field in Poland. Salem gets the win tonight, 21-17. Here in week one of the Ohio high school football season. Take a look at the scoring recap here. Start off in the first quarter with 6:05 left, as will be Salvi Karamusa kicking a 25-yard field goal to give Poland the 3-0 lead. And also in the first quarter, be at 1:31, it would be David Zippolita hitting Gavin Seifert on a 12-yard touchdown pass, giving the Bulldogs a 10-0 lead. Second quarter, Salem would get on the board with 5:35 left. Brandon Cana would get into the end zone on a 2-yard run, cutting the Poland lead to 10-7. That's how they would go to the half. Third quarter action with 4:56 to go. Poland would head downfield. 8-yard touchdown run by Chase Jones would make it 17-7. However, after that, Salem would seize the momentum. 11:14 to go. It would be Brandon Cana into the end zone on a 19-yard touchdown run, cutting the Poland lead to 17-14. And then finally, with 2:16 left, it would be Xander Kinsey on a 2-yard touchdown run, giving Salem the 21-17 lead. That, after the interception by Salem, thrown by David Zippolita in the end zone, that would be your final score tonight, as Salem would run down the clock. Poland starts 0-1. Salem starts 1-0. And, well, some of the numbers from this game here. Looks a little closer on the board there, but what counted ultimately in the end was the scoreboard.
Yeah, at the half, it was about as even of a game as you can get, and Poland's efficiency just plummeted to the ground in the second half, and the yards per play went down. And one of the plays that you probably won't think about, but had a big impact, is that flag on that first kick return by Caleb Scott, and that put him back about 15 yards from the end of the play, and that's a drive killer right there, and that's an opportunity for them to put more points on the board. And Salem went 3 for 3 in the red zone, which accounted for all their points. And that toss-up ball that David threw up, is a mistake or a throw you don't have to make. And those are eventually the little plays right there that cost them the game.
And certainly Salem, 6 penalties for 40 yards. Poland only 2 for 20. 1 interception thrown by each team, but it would be Salem in the end. They would be able to run the clock down after picking one off in the end zone. Total yards unofficially, Salem 212, Poland 170. Salem 212 yards on 52 plays, 170 yards on 43 plays for Poland. And it would be Salem with the advantage per play 4.07 and Salem 4.07 and Poland 3.9. Coach, you get past week 1, you take what I would believe for Poland would be an unexpected loss. Next week gets no easier. You take on the Kirtland Hornets right here at Pavlansky Field.
Well, they were the other thing too is they missed how many touchdown passes where receivers were overthrown. No excuse. They should have got it. But obviously they have to work on their line play. Dave didn't have enough time to set his feet, get things going, running the ball. We didn't do it well because we just didn't block. So, again, they got to really work hard on that offensive line and get them in there to do a better job. You can't just stalemate and let people slide. You got to get those guys engaged and turn. Kudos to Salem. They came to play. Great football team. They look very good, beautiful size, and they do things well. Very well coached. That's all I can tell you. Better team won for tonight.
Down 17-7 at one point, came back, put up 2 touchdowns, and took the lead. So hung in there, even when things weren't going their way.
Yeah.
Take a look at scoring recap one more time here around the Valley. Most of these games in the fourth quarter over on Western Reserve Radio 2. Hudson comfortably leading Austintown Fitch. Mark Fiends, Dave Clark on the call there. The Youngstown Defenders with a 13-3 lead over Boardman. That last reported in the fourth quarter. Garfield Heights leads Campfield 21-3. Cardinal Mooney, no problem with Lake Catholic. It's 41-7 in favor of the Cardinals. East Liverpool, at last report, has a 19-10 lead over Carrollton. Girard taking it easy on Coventry, apparently 47-0 in the third quarter. Springfield with a 26-10 over Lakeview. United 35, Minerva 7. In 8-man football, Kennedy Catholic over in PA with a 24-8 lead over Sebring. West Branch shutting out St. Clairsville 23-0. It's a final over at Laddie Fedor Field in Struthers. Notre Dame Cathedral Latin gets the 42-16 win over Struthers. Western Reserve, we haven't got an update since the half on them. They were leading Whetstone 34-6 at the break. Newton Falls 41, Wellsville 7 in the Battle of the Tigers there. St. Francis de Sales leading Ursuline 17-7. Nothing reported since the half. Toronto leads Southern 26-0. Mineral Ridge, they go to Pie Valley. They lead 21-7 there late in the third quarter. It's a final in the Cleveland area. South Range gets the 46-6 win over Padua Franciscan. Columbiana leading Lowville 21-12 in the third quarter. That game's still in play. And right now, Howland leads Niles 13-12. East Palestine, not a good night for the Bulldogs as they trail Shadyside 42-13. Champion with a 12-6 lead now over Akron North. Canton McKinley shutting out Harding 26-0. Brookfield in the fourth quarter, 14, Hubbard 7. Beaver Local cruising to a win tonight. Right now, they lead late by a score of 35-7. Poland will be back home next week here at Pavlansky Field. They will take on the Kirtland Hornets. Things get no easier for the one-loss Bulldogs now. But coming up tomorrow also at 9 a.m., it is the Saturday morning sports page with Pat Lucia and Dave Clark. And then coming up at 6 p.m. from Ellett High School, it'll be the coach, Bob Gessler. It'll be Dave Ferris and I heading up there for the PAFL 2A championship as the Cleveland Cobras will try to vie for a championship as they will take on the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids, the undefeated Rapids, tomorrow night. We'll go on the air right about 5:40 and kickoff scheduled for 6 p.m. But we will be back here next week. As always, 6:35 airtime. 7 o'clock kickoff here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600, The Patriot. For the coach, Bob Gessler, for Will Craven, for Dave Ferris, Mark Means, Dave Clark, everybody here at the iMedia One Network. Want to take a moment to thank Athletic Director Matt Freeman, Head Coach Ron Johnson, Athletic Director Nick Blanche, Head Coach Tom Pavlansky, and of course everybody at Cumulus, and Bill Kelly, Charlie Conley, Ben Slagle, as we get through week 1 here. Not the result we were looking for, but an exciting football game nonetheless. But for everybody here at the iMedia One Network, thanks for joining us here in week 1. We will see you back here tomorrow night for more live action as the Cobras take on the Rapids. Your score one last time here tonight. The Poland Bulldogs, they fall to the Salem Quakers by a score of 21-7. We will see you all back here next Friday night.
Good night, all.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network, and we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.
Youngstown, Warren, and Salem's local and national sports talk can be found on TuneIn and the Live 365 app at Western Reserve Radio, WRDB, The Scourge.